Hello?
Hi.
I think I did this right. I'm not sure. I really don't know.
Is anybody there? Are we on?
I
no
hope
idea.
this. I turned on the machine. I haven't done this in a minute. I haven't run this.
That's all you can do.
I think it's working. All right.
Yeah, hi, man. Today's gonna be a weird day. I feel so out of my element on the fact that I'm in a weird location, and it's weird not being in control of the setup. And I'm on a very small laptop.
Can we just address just a very strange and bizarre phenomenon that I see going on in this game before we get started or anything? But there's me. I'm in where I'm usually at, and then there's Nate. He's down there where he's normally at, and then who's that? Like who's over there? No, other way. Yeah, over there. Do you see that? Who's that?
That guy? Oh, wait, hold on. They're covering their face.
hate you.
So
Who's that
who
sweet
is that?
baby boy?
No.
So I just want to take this time because I have all the power, and you can hashtag blame Bryce all you want for this. I absolutely, wholeheartedly agree. But let's just go ahead and remind everybody what we're looking at here.
Wait, the stream to update.
Fuck you.
I know.
Just
I
stop it.
now have a picture for my next Steam mod collection.
It's not me.
It's not baby face. I'm glad I'm not the only baby face here now.
So I guess I have to run
Surprisingly
things,
running.
don't I? I have to do stuff. Hi guys, this is A Guild's Tale, I think. There's no music playing, so blame the DM for that.
Oh god, you're right. I'm a bad DM.
Episode 2, and
Yeah.
he puts a fucking tag on.
Angry
I'm sad there's not
eyebrow
a
back.
beard drawn on the bag.
And it's got fucking eyebrows, dude.
Yeah.
There's not even a beard on the bag. It's the same thing.
Come back, bud. I was only gonna
Come
make
on.
fun of you the one time. You can come back now.
It's fucking hot in here.
Yeah, take it off. It's fine. All right. Anyways, let's get to introductions. I've dicked around enough, and that way we can jump into the game. So, starting with, we're gonna go in this direction. Starting with Mr. Brian.
Okay, who do I play? Oh yeah, I play.
I had to check too. Don't worry. I just had to
I
look to
play
make sure
a
I knew who I was
Warforged
playing.
Juggernaut named Forge, and I am a little more OP than I should be.
Okay.
I hope.
Below him, Brian.
Yeah. He's getting a bit.
Oh no.
All right.
I'm
Well,
so glad Dungeoneers HQ is
that's
on
going
top of
on,
their
Squirrel.
game.
If you want to introduce your character.
Yeah, I'm playing a half orc ish fighter by the name of Tyreen. Very important. I am the protagonist of this game.
I don't believe
That's
you.
good.
I don't
Maybe
think
not.
Tyrion's the protagonist of
Noted.
any game.
I feel like antagonist was the word you meant to use there.
Yeah.
Close, but
We haven't gotten to the reveal yet.
Mr. New Guy, Mr. Paperback.
joining us for the
I
first
love
time.
that frown.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's so like angry.
Why don't you introduce your character, bud?
I play Pathir Rosebloom. I'm amazing. The best elf ever. The best elf.
Everybody believes that you're an elf. There's no doubt in anyone's
He's
mind.
definitely an elf.
I don't remember. Is he actually a gnome? He's a gnome, right?
He's an
He's a
elf.
short elf.
But
He's
no,
a short
he's
elf.
an elf.
Short elf. A little elf.
Nate, why don't you introduce your character?
I play Reed Fisher. He's a human dude who wants to do some okay stuff.
A human dude. He's a
Human
level
dude.
2 dude.
Level 2 dude. Oh man.
2 levels of dude.
I need to homebrew a dude class now.
It probably exists. It's probably
It's
out
my
there.
intelligence-based fighter that we've homebrewed.
In a tangent,
You
actually,
have 8 proficiencies.
I saw a homebrew just today. Actually, it's like a level 0 character. Everybody's just a commoner before you become a class. Like that could just be a dude. You're just a normal dude.
I'm just a
A
sales
level
clerk.
like everybody has like 2 hit points, and you have like it's pretty interesting. Anyways, I play Davos Smithens, a halfling rogue. I know, super original. I know. And yeah, I'm a little bit of a troublemaker, also original, I know. And yeah, that's it. Why don't you take it away, Mr.
Oh man,
Mr. Head?
I'm so unused to not seeing the Twitch overlay, so I don't know how to even do this.
Figure it out.
So last time, I'm sure everyone remembers exactly what happened 2 weeks ago. With perfect clarity, we introduced our band of newly minted. Put the bag back down. Our band of newly minted adventurers.
I want to get used to
it. With what better, as all good stories begin in a tavern, and with PvP, as Pafir, the elf wizard, catapulted a coin into the Warforge forge, seeing him as this, war machine. There was a kerfuffle. We introduced Tyreme, who was acting as sort of a guard of the tavern of Gorwil for Lady Delcy. And kind of as they were all figuring out what next to do and bribing Pafir, we met Davos and Reed, the sort of duo together that basically wanted nothing to do with what was going on, got to their room, and were
Reed
perfectly
didn't.
happy with that.
I wanted money. To be fair.
In the night, Forge decided that it probably would be best for him to make his exit, and as such, went to kind of investigate to see if he could stealth out when he saw a disturbance in the night. Some sort of creature steal away someone from their home. Indeed, upon investigating and tracking it, you learn from Delcy that it was a creature known as the Beast that has been plaguing Gorwil, the town that you're in, for some time now, though no one has bothered to do anything about it. So, as good adventurers do, you rally together, seeing yourselves as, the only people that will probably have any chance against such a creature, and set out as a group to sneak out of town, going past the sentinels of Gorwil. Tyrone having a lovely conversation with his good pal guard that I totally have the name here for.
Talron.
Talron, thank you.
Of course I remembered. He's a buddy of mine.
Talron.
Good friends.
Good buds.
Never forget him.
I would never forget Talron and his wife and 2 children.
How could you?
And and Forge, despite being the 8-foot-tall, 300-pound war machine, was very stealthy and made it to the edge of town with the rest of you, and you began your hunt for the Beast. Going through the woods northeast of Gorwil, you eventually happened across it. As the Beast's tracks became lighter and lighter, you found a cave. You suspected maybe where it was hiding, but instead found yourselves to be harried by large arachnids that webbed a few of you, providing a slightly frustrating first encounter, but you were successful and found some loot. There was a old body that you failed in extricating without causing a mess. It's just liquefied, decayed organs, and it was just splatting across the floor. But you received its item, as well as I think a bit of coin, and found this locked item that you, after some messing around, found it to be seemingly cursed by some sort of defense that took hold in both Davos and Forge. Davos having these horrifying illusions that distract him at the worst of times, and being unsuccessful in picking this lock despite some very high rolls. It seemed to be almost magically enhanced. Forge, just with his massive metal hand, grasped and ripped free the padlock, and was able to unwrap after being taken effect and having this revulsion, this disgust at whatever item laid beneath, seeing it some terrible artifact of horrible danger to your group. It was an item that your wizard was able to identify as a keystone. A, not super common, but a fairly basic magical item that is basically just used as a key, but instead of, your typical sort of lock and key, it's more of a magical bypass to something. And upon releasing this ward on this keystone there was in a language that only Tyreen knew, saying release. And then that was it. With all that said and done, you ventured further on, hoping to stumble back across the beast's tracks, and indeed you did hunt it down to a ruined tower that stood above the trees, kind of in a down slope, kind of this hill cresting, and then going down to this deep basin. This tall stone tower that ends up in sort of a I couldn't remember the word last time either. A kind of like Turkish like onion bell top of like brass. And into the main chamber that we cut back to now was this sort of common room with this tarnished rug, this broken furniture, this fine cutlery and plates that are partially smashed in a cabinet, and this pile of decaying bodies of mostly animals, just kind of torn about and seemingly partially consumed, just sitting in a heap, staining the floor. And stairs going both up and down, and we had Reed go to the bottom and Forge go to the second level, I believe.
I think I was standing atop of the stairs that go down, and I was listening, and I heard something. I don't remember.
Heard running water.
Yes. Okay.
So I remember one of you was going to the basement, one of you was going to the upper floor.
I think Davos was to go.
I know I was going up.
and scout.
I like stopped at this like halfway up the steps.
Yeah, I can't remember if I went up or down. I know I
think you were watching. I think you were watching guard around the door, along with like Tyreen.
No, I definitely stealthed to one of the entrances. I think it might have been upstairs.
I think if I remember correctly, you were gonna go down towards the running water after Reed mentioned it, and Reed told you to be careful and don't do anything stupid.
I think
Yeah.
that actually that does make
Back up.
sense.
I'm pretty
Yeah, that's
sure
what I did.
what
Okay.
happened.
That's what I did.
So, Davos heads on downstairs. Are you following Reed?
What does this spell do?
That's a great way to start the session. Oh yeah, I have those
What
two
only
now.
lasts- Yeah. Okay.
Indeed, everyone. I was jokingly lying. Everyone's now level 2. So you know, people have gained some new things. You had successfully fought your first fight as a group together.
Man, one
We
fight per
did.
level
Oh yeah,
up.
we
I like
leveled
this.
up. That's right. Yeah. Every fight we're gonna level up through this
Yeah.
whole
Yep.
campaign.
There's only going to be
It's
20
be
fights
great.
over the course of this entire campaign.
Can't wait.
Sorry, I'm
Excellent.
trying to play a cleric, which I have no idea what their spells are, so I'm just
Okay, while you're
quickly
looking at that,
glancing
then,
over that.
Forge, as
So-
you look up,
yeah.
the stone stairs, they aren't built into the ground. They're literally just jutting out of the wall and kind of going up. They seem sturdy as you step a foot on one of them. It doesn't creak or crack or anything, so it seems sturdy enough for your weight. You see, it kind of curves around the wall of the tower up to a second landing. You can actually see another door at the top of the stairwell, and it looks like it goes into like another room.
I'm gonna do a thing with my new spells. Can I open the door with my thaumaturgy?
Yeah, I think it's easily within range. You hold on to a symbol by your armor, and as you kind of just like think on the mechanism that would unlock the door, there's a as the door seems locked.
It's actually what I wanted to know. Neat. I'd probably go back down the stairs.
Well, if you went all the way up, you would see that aside from that door, there are two others as well. Immediately as you get up the stairs, there is it's a little alcove that's basically just like 10 feet by 10 feet. One door directly ahead that you can't see through, and then two other wooden doors that are kind of tarnished that head to other directions.
Okay, so nothing of interest upstairs. Let's all go up to the water downstairs. Got it.
All right, Reed. In that moment, you see Davos go downstairs. What do you do?
I'm just gonna. I mean, I already told him not to do anything stupid, so I'm just gonna let him go down.
Okay. Davos.
Yes.
You begin walking down these stairs, and I cannot recall. Do halflings have dark vision?
No.
No.
Okay, as you start going down the stairs, then it goes down a good 20 feet, curving around. You don't see anything, as it is pitch black down there.
Okay.
And then there's a shoo. As Reed, you watch towards the top of the stairs, iron bars shoot out from the stone, seemingly coming out of it magically, and just shut the top.
So did Reed and I just get closed off from the rest of the group?
So
Reed's at the
you're-
top of the stairs, so Davos is the only one down.
I
Yeah.
think
Oh.
you just split the party.
Uh-oh.
I go back up to where I can see through the bars and just say, when we redo this or reverse this somehow, I don't like this. Please help. Hey, Reed. Reed, please help.
What'd you see down there?
Well, I see nothing because it's really dark.
It's dark.
Yep.
Mm.
So if you could like make these bars go away so I can come back, that'd be great.
All right. I guess I'll start investigating around the.
I want to do the same.
Alright, I'll let either both of you can roll, or you can just do joint advantage.
Joint advantage, because it's fun.
All right, well, my investigation blows.
17
so-
for me. 13 plus 4.
Nice. Also 17.
Okay, you can definitely see there are arcane sigils around the stone where the iron bars are jutting out of. It's not like a physical contraption. They've been magically conjured to block off the area here. There's no physical way of removing it aside from maybe breaking them or destroying the magic.
Gnome,
Eh?
come here.
I know you're
Take a-
referring
take-
to me,
I can't fucking
even
Yes.
though
seriously.
I am an elf.
Whatsoever. Very angry, very small elf. Come here.
Alright. What do you need?
Look at these. Can you do anything? Make them go back into away?
Well, the genie's out of the bottle. Not much I can do about that.
I didn't figure this would be how I was locked behind bars. This is really unfortunate.
Yeah, kind of ironic.
Should I get some light and maybe explore down a ways? Maybe there's a way to reverse it down in the lower chambers? It's really dark down there.
Yeah.
At
but-
that point, you hear a rattling
Oh,
sound
Jesus.
as that suit of plate armor that was just sort of resting against
Oh.
the wall, just like.
Well, that's not good.
Good afternoon, Master. I did not expect we were going to be testing the defenses today. I apologize. I did not prepare myself.
To whom is this suit talking?
It kind of looks at each of you like equally.
You call that a test? I demand it be reset now, so we can test it again.
Well, I'm sorry, sir. You explicitly told me that I'm not allowed to mess with anything once it's been put in place. I mean, you of course know how to disarm it anyways.
Aha, yes. I am testing you, of course, to see if you were a fool. You are not. Good work.
I am more than pleased, Master. Does a little bow. It's like
Now, do be a good servant and fetch me something to drink.
right away, sir.
Perhaps something really good, like from the town down the road. Go get that, and we'll be here waiting.
Are you sure, sir?
Of course, yes, of course I know this. Be gone right away.
As you wish. As it keeps just like walking, creaking as it steps outside.
No
Oh, man.
plate mail.
I would not want to be the guards when that guy shows up. Whew. All right, well I've solved that problem.
What just happened?
What did I walk back down the stairs to? What was that? Is that living metal?
No, somebody obviously recognized my royal heritage.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
he
don't
kind
think
of
metal,
looked at all. He was talking to all of us, though.
He was looking at all of you, but he was speaking to me.
Hmm.
I don't think metal chooses heritages.
It called me,
Anyways.
sir. It knew. It knew.
The metal men would know, actually.
Exactly. So, we need to get these bars out of the way. Why don't, somebody take care of that. I'll supervise.
Wait, what's going on down here? Come downstairs, look at what they're looking at.
He took a couple
Usually
steps.
just Davos
and-
peering up from underneath the
Yeah.
bars.
They're like horizontal
They're
bars.
horizontal. Yep.
Oh, they're horizontal. Okay.
Okay. Oh, well, this should be pretty easy.
Yeah.
Take the hammer.
Wait.
What?
What if there's more like things down in this dark room and we awaken it by making a bunch of noise?
And
You're
you
right.
can't break the bars, and well,
But you're right. 2 hammers. Forge, you and I will hit it at the
What
same
I'm saying
time.
is, why don't I go? If someone can give me some light, right? I can go check downstairs, make sure there's no threats waiting us, and if something happens, I'll yell. Then you break the bars, and then come save me.
all right. Give me one of your daggers.
I just poke it through the hole.
I'll go ahead and cast light on it.
Alright, you just-
just
Begins glowing.
put it under your shirt or something. I don't know. This is I know.
You really gotta teach me how to do this. This is good. This is really
Wish
good.
I knew. I would
Alright.
love. Yeah.
All right, well.
Just like put it under your shirt or something, and
Oh, right. Wait. I'll just use my cloak. I'll just take my cloak off. Wrap it
There you
around the
go.
dagger. And then, like, pull it out just barely so it's just a little bit of light. And start walking down the stairs quietly.
All right. You basically make like a little hooded lantern and go back down the stairs, and you see now with the light visible, the stairs come down over the top of one of 4 cells. Each like quote unquote corner of this this room down here, there is a barred cell. These iron bars goes all the way up to the 20-foot ceiling. That have various bits like bones and scales and just things of like the remains of creatures that had been long kept here. The room is dark and damp, and in the center there's this like ever so faintly etched and glowing circle of arcane runes that is kind of like connects the cells in the center of this big circle. To one side, to your left, there is a fountain, just like a slot in the wall that magic seems to pour out from an unseen source and pours into a recess in the floor. And then
Magic
onto the
pours
right,
out of it, or do you mean water?
water,
magic is just
Just,
pouring
just
out.
magic.
liquid magic.
I drink it.
So the water pours into this recess, and then to your right there are 3 statues of 3 different individuals.
There's these statues, a fountain, arcane shit in the middle. Is that it? That's all I see?
Mm-hmm.
I go back upstairs. Right, so...
Oh, wow, you are sneaky.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you make this stop glowing for now? Like,
I stop. I think really hard about making it stop.
okay. I think the coast is clear. Go ahead and break the bars away. I didn't see any people down there, so everything seems fine to me. Oh, by the way, there's some magically glowy stuff in the middle of the room, but I think that's fine. There's also a fountain, so if we're thirsty, we gotta drink it. I think the little
What's
gnome,
coming out of the fountain?
it's pure magic.
Pure
No,
magic.
I think it's just water. So,
All right. I mean, unless I don't know anything about this magic stuff, the bars are, I don't know if they're magic or if just where they came out is.
Well, I didn't see anybody moving down there, so...
We can smash away.
Yeah, smash away. That's my vote. I'll just take a few steps back and, have at it, big man.
No. Forge, you and I. Same time. Are you ready?
Alright, let's do it.
Alright. Beat the hell out of this gate.
Yeah. How much HP does an iron bar have, Bryce?
Well, go ahead and both of you roll an attack.
With advantage.
No.
Because it's prone.
You're not flanking, or it's not prone.
We are two flanking and it is two
Yeah,
prone.
You said it was horizontal.
I'm pretty sure we have advantage here.
It's alright. I rolled a 20 to hit.
I rolled a 25.
What was that, Forge?
20 to hit.
Wait, that's
Hey.
yeah.
Both of you just... And you both feel up your arms just... As it just, like, goes up into your shoulders and shakes you. And the bars just... give out this rattling sound that just, like a tuning fork just rattles and shakes. And as you look down, you see the bars are completely fine. Your hammers, on the other hand, have a nice, like, round dent in the heads of them.
Damn.
I'll fix that later.
How's it going, guys?
I didn't realize that we had hit the bars so hard.
So, are you guys, like, weak or something? Or...
I have an idea.
Why don't we hit the floor next to it?
I take out the keystone and touch it to the bars. Does anything
Alright.
happen? Alright, that was worth a shot. Alright.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
Right, yes, the stone around it.
At that point, Davos, you hear that trickle of water begins becoming louder.
You guys... You guys hear that?
No.
Not really.
There's some weird shit going on down there, so if we can wrap this up and get this door open, like... Faster, please. Let's do it. Come on.
Well, what is it?
I don't know. I saw a fountain down there, and now it's like... It sounds like I think the basement might be flooding, so please get these bars open.
Go drink it.
What? No, that's weird. I'm not really good with the whole magic stuff, and I think that's what's going on down there, so... Seriously, just get these bars open, so I can get out of here.
I guess I'm just gonna attempt to smash... Actually, wait, the bars are going the entire way, so putting a hole next to it would just make it...
Yeah, you'd have to go through the whole...
Yeah.
What?
I don't think our...
Okay.
Can I fit in between the bars?
You guys... Wait, for a question. Did I see the full armor plate animate from when I was standing at the bars? Look. And the full set of armor guy left, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
he just took off down the road.
Mr. Gnome, could you perhaps
Oh, my-
maybe retrieve the armor guy, tell him to get back here? He might know how to open this door, so... I understand you want a drink, but... This is, like, important, so please...
Who are you referring to?
You. I'm referring to you.
Me, the...
Hafia, I believe your name is.
No.
Elf. Elf.
You guys, like, seriously, this basement's gonna flood and I'm going to drown, so if we can,
It's
like...
gonna be very tragic.
How long can you hold your breath?
This
Forge
isn't
wants to use this
isn't
time while
funny.
they're talking to cast Detect Magic and see if I can find the source of the runes.
Okay, you're just ritually doing so?
Yeah.
Alright, so 10 minutes.
10 minutes later,
Focusing on that.
I'm gonna start focusing just to detect any magic in this area while this conversation's going on.
what was upstairs? Oh wait, you went upstairs and now you're just.
It was
fucking
locked,
in
all three of
shutdown.
them.
All three of them. Doors?
Yeah, there were 3 doors up there, all locked.
You only tried one door.
They're all locked.
All right. Well, if there's I'm thinking this place is vacant. If that armor thing just woke up and thought we were its master, so why don't we try to go upstairs and see if there's anything up there that might
I'm gonna
help?
walk upstairs to the first door and just hit the handle with my hammer
Yeah, I'm gonna go with him.
because
I'll
it's
be-
locked. So
Well, so,
Right
don't
behind you.
everybody leave me here. Someone
No,
keep me company.
The
I'll
elf's
keep you
gonna stay
company.
with you. It's okay.
This isn't an elf. It's a gnome.
He's really mad. He's small.
Darim?
He's an elf.
As you're kind of having this conversation, like walking up the stairs, you take the hammer and just, and immediately you see bars at the upper stairs now shut off this section, leaving Forge and Pafir
Oh,
in the common room, Reed and Tarim in the second floor, and Davos in the basement.
mhm.
This is what I expected.
great. What do the walls of this building look like?
They're kind of a tarnished gray, like a light gray stone, right? Almost the entirety of this building is made from stone, even the floors themselves.
All right. Are there any windows or anything?
Not that you've seen so far. Currently, like, you have the door that you just struck, which was directly across from the stairwell, and then
That was the locked one, for
adjacent to
sure.
both of those doors are wooden doors instead of these sort of reinforced wood and iron ones.
Oh,
Okay. I'll go check one of those doors.
Yeah.
Okay, there's one to like the south and north. Which one do you check?
North.
Alright. The door clicks open and you see inside is a fairly modest library, about like 20 feet wide, like 15 feet like tall or long. It's this claustrophobic hallways made from these bookcases that go all the way up to the ceiling and leave just small spaces to move between them. Pages and books are just thrown everywhere. A bunch of them are half burnt, others are torn around. And it is a mess all about you, though most of the shelves are still full.
Does it seem like anything in this room has been given more attention or care than the rest of it?
Give me an investigation check.
Rather not. $16.
Okay, 16. Looking around, you tell two things. One, there is definitely a section where the burnt pages are. There are books adjacent in this area that appears to be on planar knowledge. You can't tell what was destroyed, but clearly something about the planar verse was destroyed here. And you find a number of books that are unlike the others. As you're kind of looking through the books, you like flip through, you find a total of 8 books that aren't like the others. They don't actually open. They're these sort of fake, just like stand-ins. You find the following. Roasting for Beginners. It looks like a little cookbook. First Time, First Aid. Fantastical Farming. Common for Commoners. The Darkness Below, and more. Which appears to be something about like the Underdark based on its cover. Plane of Air for Airheads. And Blacksmithing. Make art, not blades. Those books are all just like fake. They're
like,
heavy
not
enough,
even
but
real
they don't
books.
actually have pages.
Okay. Going to open them.
As you kind of the covers don't budge. It's like
Oh, they're
it's
just so they're
sealed.
not like. Oh, I see. Do they feel hollow or?
You kind of knock on
just-
it, and yeah, they kind of just like have a hollow sound to them.
I'm gonna take roasting for beginners, put it on the ground, and slam it with a hammer.
Okay, you and this wood box just shatters into like 3 different large chunks. It's empty.
But there was a hollow area inside where something might have.
It wasn't so much. It wasn't. No. Okay, so it wasn't hollow. It was like a wooden block. There wasn't like a space in it. You just broke it into a bunch of pieces.
Okay. And it
So
seems
the
like
hollow sounding block was not hollow.
hollow.
Compared to a book, yes.
Okay. I'm going to take them.
Is the burnt part of the book specifically in this section, or is there like more burnt areas of books around?
Specifically based off of what Tyrene noticed, the burnt sections are the sort of the sections of floor near the thinking of like how a library is organized.
Yeah.
All the books about like planar knowledge and all their magics has a bunch of like destroyed books specifically there.
Okay.
Meanwhile, downstairs with Davos and the common room party.
All you gotta say is elf.
Maybe if you take off that paper bag, and so I can see your true face, maybe I can believe that you really are an elf.
Look. Fine. Well, you call me an elf, and I'll go outside and see if I can find that, wandering suit of armor.
Don't think going outside alone is a good idea right now.
Probably not.
All right, you're an elf. Can you go get the metal man and bring him back so we can hopefully get me the hell out of here?
I'm gonna call down from upstairs. The good news is, you're getting out of there one way or another, sooner or later.
I don't know what it means. Please, I did what you asked. Please, just go get the metal person before he gets too far away, and I drown down here. Please. I look back down the stairs. Do I see like water rising at all, or?
Your dagger's not lit, so.
Please. It's really scary down there. It's like really scary.
Fine, I'll return with the metal man. Anyone want to go with me?
Look, other metal man, Forge, right? Could you just keep me company? It's a little worrying, and if something was to happen, if I could just have you back.
Yeah, but you're gonna send him off into the wild with...
He'll be fine. He'll be fine. I'm not fine. I'm locked behind bars, right? So if you could just not go with him and stay with me.
Something's not adding up here. If they've got bars locking up both areas, then that must mean that neither of those areas are probably where they want to go.
The other ones are locked up too now.
Yeah, they went up there and tried opening the door I told them was locked.
Great.
And, yeah.
This is fantastic. Yep. So great.
So, how about... I want to start investigating the room a little bit more thoroughly now. I want to kind of like put my hands up against the walls near where the knight was laying and check underneath the steps of the staircase that lead up. And just kind of do like a thorough check.
Investigation check.
I'm good at those, but not proficient. Actually, I'm ass at those. Holy shit, it's 14 flat.
14. Looking around, the only thing of note is inside the cabinet, the fine plates and things. You find a few that are in decent condition that look pretty nice. Unfortunately, I don't think Forge has quite grasped the idea of valuables, so they just look pretty.
Yeah, they do look pretty, but I probably want to take them out anyways and show them to Pafir.
You start collecting. You know, Pafir, you're heading out to try and hunt down the armor.
Yep. See
Alright.
if I can track him with all of his heavy footsteps.
As soon as you go outside, you can see, because this is sort of in like a small caldera, he's like trying to walk up the steep slope and it's just like sliding back down after a few feet. He's just like,
Are you having troubles?
Of course not, Master Hieronymus. I'm doing just fine.
So write that name down.
Hold on. Pause the game.
Master.
You spell that how exactly?
Your name, Master Hieronymus? It's of course, as such. In case you've forgotten, Master, it's Hieronymus.
Why'd you have to make it
Man.
Why'd you
a
go and do that?
mouthful?
Yeah.
Just call me Master Air from now on. All right,
Yeah.
that's really ridiculously long.
As you wish, Master Hieronymus.
No, damn it! Look, you're obviously unable to fulfill the task of getting me my drink, so we're gonna swap tasks. You go get my friends out. I'll go get my damn drink.
As you wish, Master Hieronymus. As he starts walking back into the tower slowly. By the time, while this is all going, Davos, are you just waiting for the rest of the group?
Yeah, if I can go down there by myself.
All right.
Can we see each other from the?
Yeah,
two
probably if you're both at
things?
the edge of the bars, you could see each other, kind of how the tower curves.
I'm real sorry about this, Davos.
Just for the record, if I die down here, it's just 150% your fault. Just so we're clear.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. How's the water sounding?
How does the water sound, DM?
It's become not so much this sharp splashing and now this duller, like.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like super flooding.
Yeah, we're in a tough situation up here too. I'll get back to you. Hang in there.
Hey, Forge, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's just collecting his fine china.
Can you run the stagger over to him, over to Reed, and have him cast light on it again, please? Just run it over there and then bring it right back, please.
I'll just take it. I'll just like hand it to my other hand and just kind of hold it up for him.
It's like 20 feet distant, so you do actually have to move a bit.
What? He doesn't have to touch it though, does he?
Oh no,
I
it's
just-
fair.
I
light
just
is a-
assume
is a
he's gonna
distance
cast
thing,
it,
so.
so-
Oh yeah, if I can see him from here.
Yeah, I'm
I
just
think
kind of holding
actually
it
then
like.
all.
Oh, no, it is
all,
touch. Light
Reed
is
has to-
touch.
Is it touch?
Oh, light is touch.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, in that case, I'm just gonna, I guess, hold it there until he tells me I have to bring it over.
Right, Forge, bring it up here.
Oh, you can't do that from. Oh, I'm sorry.
Nope. I mean, maybe. Wait. Wait.
Oh.
Stay there. I'm just gonna like reach my hand out and try to make it light.
I
Like
kind of.
ET style.
Yep.
I'm
a
like
light appears
slowly.
at the edge of your finger, and just as soon as it like touches the bulb of light, it like transfers onto the dagger.
Guess you can't do it from a range.
Learn something new every day.
I can't. Part of me wants to try throwing this to Davos, but I'll be smart and I'll walk it over to him.
Right. You walk back
There
down
you
the
go,
stone stairs
little
and
one.
hand it to Davos. You now have your light source again.
Okay, I will, in full light of the view, look down the stairs with that.
You definitely see the first step has been overtaken by water as it is steadily rising. Not like super quickly, but is noticeably rising up, you know, inch after inch.
Hey, Forge, do you have any... What's all in that room that I could maybe stuff a pipe with, like cloth or something?
Plates. I have plates. There were some nice plates.
I don't think that's gonna... Is it like... Actually,
Unless you want to use dead bodies.
let me look at my character sheet inventory.
Body parts, just.
Man, it's really unfortunate that you guys can drown.
Yeah, it is.
It's a little unfortunate.
I know, I
Not
said it
wrong.
before the session. I was very concerned. I thought I remembered Forge going downstairs. It's like,
Yeah,
well,
that'd be That'd be pretty damn unfair for the DM. Just, this is nice. This is okay.
Car wash.
Haven't had a good bath in years.
What's in a burglar's pack again?
Burglar.
A whole bunch of stuff.
I have it right here.
Burgles.
Well, I have a hooded
Burglary.
lantern. That okay.
Oh, yeah. Hey, guess what? You had light source.
I was wondering, I'm sure you had plenty of, like, torches or something.
Yeah, I do. Okay, I'm going to... Okay, fuck it. I'm gonna go in my pack. I'm gonna pull out my rope. And I'm gonna head down the stairs. Do I see the pipe where the water's pouring out of? I got my dagger.
It's not a pipe. It's literally like a 2-foot by 10-foot just chunk of stone that's missing, and water is just pouring in from there. Like,
oh, great!
It's obviously this magical source.
That's fantastic. What else do I see that's like not submerged in the water?
So the magic circle is now underneath the water. You have the 4 cells in each of the corners, which kind of form this like crisscross hallway that forces you, if you were to like go into the room, you'd have to go over the circle. And the only other thing is the 3 statues to your right.
I yell to the statues, "Hey, I'm your boss! Stop the water!" Does anything happen? I'm in charge of you! Bask in my glory! No? Alright.
I think at this, now that you have light and at this range, you can definitely see there's engravings. You can just see it through the bars to the point you can't read it, but there's like some message engraved in the stonework.
Okay. Is it in a language I can read?
Yeah, you kind of just move over close enough to so it's not obscured.
Yeah.
Alright. As you kind of move around, you near the magic circle. Nothing seems to happen. But as you kind of are poking around the cell, you can see there's one phrase written over the top of these 3 statues, and then a different phrase engraved in each one. The 3 statues themselves, there is one of them appears to be some form of like a king with like a crown and this fine robe. One of them's a knight just in like full plate armor, and one of them is a peasant just dressed in like, basic clothing of like furs. And atop above them it says, inscribed, "All must defend the realms of men, lest chaos choke its existence to dust." And then on each statue, they have their own engraving. Under the king it says, "The king shall bear no arms. The knight holds no office, and the peasant hefts no blade." And currently 2 of the statues are wielding items. The king has this spear grasp in one hand. The peasant has this long sword in his, and then the knight, despite having his hand out like the others to grab something, has nothing.
What the last thing you said was?
The king shall bear no arms. The knight holds no office. The peasant hefts no blade.
Okay.
I don't know, this puzzle's too hard for me.
I'm gonna walk over to the statues. Can I remove the weapons from their hands?
You go to... It takes a bit of time, but you are able to shift the stone out of their hands.
Okay. I will rearrange. I'm gonna put the longsword in the knight's hand and the spear in the peasant's hand.
Okay. You do so. You shift the items around, taking a bit of time. At this point, the water's getting like just towards your knees.
Ugh.
Worse.
It's not saying much because you're a halfling, but as you do so, there's no immediate effect.
What did the first phrase that I read say?
The first one above them all says, "All must defend the realms of men, lest chaos choke its existence to dust."
And then the second phrase was what, one more time?
The king shall bear no arms. The knight holds no office. The peasant hefts no blade. And all 3 statues have the same sort of pose of their right hand out to hold something.
Okay. Is there anything else in the room, like maybe like something that's kind of loose and hanging around somewhere?
Give me a perception check.
What is my perception? It is a plus. Ooh. Not very great. That's still not a terrible roll, though. That's a 16. 15 plus 1.
You notice 2 things. in one of the cells, as you kind of removing the light, there is a glint of something shining. This like pearlescent shift of colors, but behind the bars. And you, as you're kind of looking around, waiting, the water getting up past your knees as you're spending this time investigating. The basin that the water originally poured into goes down a good ways. What's the range of light?
I think
Or
it's just a
like
it just emanates a torchlight. So 40
40
total, 20 of it's dim.
40 total?
20 foot radius of bright light, then 20 foot of rim.
okay, then you can easily see, being water, the light doesn't penetrate as far, but there is something shimmering at the bottom of the basin as well. So those are the two things you notice.
So something in the cell and something in the fountain.
Mm-hmm.
I will head over to the cell.
Okay. You see each of these has just a barred gate, right? Much like the walls.
Mhm.
As you kind of go to shift it, it's definitely seems rusted. Like you can tell that the water has done this before. As the bottoms of these bars are all like this coppery color, and it is locked.
Good thing I got thieves' tools going in for the fucking pick.
Gonna end up with hallucinations again.
Natural 1, but I've used my halfling luck.
You rolled a lot of ones so far.
I haven't gotten a single 20. I've rolled 3 ones. 9 plus 8, so that's 17.
17. Okay. You spend some time. The water rising higher and higher, about like halfway up your thigh. As finally as a click, and you have to kind of shift through the water and against the stone into this cell, just with a bunch of bones and remains of creatures. And as you kind of start shifting around with the light, having to like poke around under the water, you find about the size of a human's hand, like a piece of shell that is this shift as you kind of shine it in the light. This like shifting blues and oranges and greens. This like almost like shifting light through like an opal.
Wait, what is it?
So it's about the size of like a human's hand, this like broken piece of like shell, it seems, or like porcelain, that whenever you shift it in the light, you see it has these like blues and greens and orange like colors, like if you were to shine a light through an opal.
Okay, can I pick it up?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm gonna head over to the fountain, figure out what that's all about. That shiny thing I saw earlier.
Okay. Kind of looking down, you see that the water goes down. At this point, the water's going up to your waist, and you're starting to have to like you're nearing the point where you're gonna be like kind of treading water. You through the light, you can just see the glimmer of some item, though you can't make out its exact shape at the bottom of the basin.
I'll just take a deep breath. I got my light dagger in tow to use it as like a little spotlight, and I'll dive down and try to go get it.
Okay. Meanwhile, upstairs, Tarim, you have all these books kind of together as Reed is, at this point talking to Davos. What are you doing?
I'm gonna call over to him. Reed, come over here. Look at these. Look at this. Point out the burnt books and what I noticed about what type of book or books must have been destroyed, and mention to him each of the fake books that I found, and then point to roasting for beginners and go, they're just wood, I think.
I'll take one. Just kind of look it over, and is it really just like a piece of block of wood?
It's like a painted chunk of wood that looks like a book.
Right.
It's pretty convincingly done.
And and you found them right here along with all the other real books.
Is that right? They were just in. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was in the northern half of this this level.
That's kind of weird. I guess what I was meaning earlier is like, are there other, if I were to go to other are there other different parts of the library that are burnt, or is it all centralized in this one? It is just all in this one area of
It was
the
that
planar.
one section, yeah.
Okay. I don't know, maybe children's books, but I don't, children's toys, playthings, I don't know, but not really not a great place for kids.
You said, Bryce, you said that I noticed that it was most likely or for sure books or a book that was about the planes.
It was in the section that seems to be organized for planar knowledge. The books, there's no remains of them aside from like burnt scraps and ash, so it's hard to tell exactly.
Huh. Well, one of these books specifically mentions the planes. I don't know, plane of air for air. Here, let me hand him plane of air for airheads. Anything special about this one?
It looks like the rest of them.
At this point, you kind of start like, you get this odd feeling like it's really warm all of a sudden.
The room?
Yeah, you kind of start looking around and you sense there's a heat specifically coming from the south door.
Oh, what is that? You feel that?
Yeah. I will go ahead and it's out and to the other door, like the third door that's not that.
So yeah, so keep in mind, like, so when you go
locked.
up the stairs, immediately
There's
in front
one
of
right
you is the
ahead.
locked door, and then
Right.
immediately to the right of it is another door that you haven't gone in.
Okay, yeah, so I'll go out and go around and go to the other one and kind of. Does it get hotter as I get closer to the door?
Yeah.
There's a fire in there. Here, just shit. We can't fucking have the metal guy who can't be burned alive come up here.
I know the one guy who might be good in both these situations.
Well, no, I think you can still take fire damage. It's
I
the
can,
drowning.
but I can't. I can get closer to it without the sensation.
You have a ability to swap places, and then you do solve this fucking puzzle down here and don't
I
drown.
don't know that. Yeah.
Do you think this has anything to do with the fact I smashed the book called Roasting for Beginners?
You're all gonna die.
Yes, I do. Yes.
I can
Well,
fix that.
I guess that means you get to open the door then, and I'll just take a couple steps back.
All right.
The door opens up into a fairly nice room. The southern section of this level is a study. This open, nicely decorated room that's in disrepair. The furniture's kind of tattered, a little dusty. To the southmost section, there is this large hearth that just has this blazing fire that is just emitting heat into the area. And as soon as the door opens, it's just this wave of warmth just washes over you. This like almost suffocating and rising temperature. And then there are a few bits of furniture around the room. In front of the hearth, there is a couch that is embroidered with this sort of like pattern of like water droplets. There's a table in a corner, and then like a smaller like desk off to the side. And above the hearth, there is a inscription saying, "To truly learn is to grasp what you do not."
Man, these puzzles are so hard. I can't figure out the one for the one I'm in.
It's just plates.
You're right. I like these plates though. They're nice plates.
All right. Can you describe the room one more time, please?
So immediately as you enter into the room, ahead of you is this large stone hearth that has this blazing fire. There is a couch that is embroidered with this pattern of like water. I guess give me just both of you give me an investigation check, I suppose. I imagine as you start like kind of looking around the room.
Yeah. Oh, it's really bad. 6.
11.
6. Excellent. The only thing you notice then is the obvious. On the corner table, there is an engraving that has a. The corner table has the image of a star on it, like stars have been just like dug into the wood. The small desk has a skull that's been carved into it, and on all 3 of these pieces of furniture, there is an oddly clean square, like a rectangle, where that is otherwise surrounded by dust.
Is it carved, the square carved like the rest, or is it just a clean square area
Just an
where
oddly
the rest is
clean section.
dust?
So like on the couch,
Gotcha.
it's this armrest has like, this section on the table, and the desk is just on the wood.
Do they look to be about the same size as a fake book?
You kind of shift and you like kind of just hold it, and it seems about right.
And the pieces of furniture with the clean sections are different than the pieces of furniture with the carvings?
No, the carvings are they're like next to those clean square rectangles.
Okay. And there's a star on the corner table, and I don't remember the other carvings.
So there's a star, a skull, and then the embroidery of like water droplets.
All right. I mean, it can't be a coincidence. These are about the same size. What are all the books? What their names maybe match?
I'm gonna hand you them one at a time, reading them to you.
Okay.
Here's the pieces of roasting for beginners.
Thanks.
Can
I just toss them? And I want to try to toss them into the hearth.
Okay,
the broken pieces.
You throw the pieces into the fire, and it actually just like bounces off. There's an actual like light barrier you can see forms around the fire.
Okay.
I can fix that.
First time, first aid. Fantastical farming. Common for commoners. The darkness below and more. Plane of air for airheads. In blacksmithing, make art, not blades.
These are pretty intense titles. I like the alliterations. Nice touch. This one's kind of ominous, and skulls are kind of ominous. I'm gonna just set is it the Underdark one?
Yeah.
And more. I'll put that next to the skull one. I don't know.
It snaps into place, and you watch as that carving above the hearth flares in this orange light, and the fire grows larger. And instantly you can feel the heat rise in the room.
Oh, God. Is that good or bad?
I don't know. Keep going, though.
Okay, yeah. Take the farming book, and I'll put it where the raindrops, or the embroidered raindrops, is that what they are? I'll try to put that there.
It goes into place, and again the engraving flares, and the fire builds up even more to this now sweltering heat. You're just like sweating bullets. I need both of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh God,
You did.
all right.
You did.
Ooh, I'm natural 19. I don't know what my modifier is. Plus 2, 21.
Excellent.
22.
You both don't gain a level of exhaustion.
Oh,
Great.
very excellent. All right.
Okay. Now
Let's
what?
throw a roll up there.
what-
I don't know if it's good or bad, but I don't
Roll
like
about a
it.
22.
You do the last one.
It's a star, right?
To start over there. Is it further away from the fire? 'Cause I want
Stars
to
are
be
in the
away from
sky.
fire.
Plane of air, right?
That's the
Air-
kind of sky I
yeah,
like. Yeah,
do it,
yeah,
yeah.
I like it.
Slap it on there.
I'll slap the air one.
Again, the phrase
star.
lights in orange, and the flames like fill the hearth now, and you watch as all the books just get flown across the room and go in random directions. I need you all to make another Constitution saving throw.
Oh, all right. This is
I think
probably
that
not
means
good.
You guys were wrong.
Or maybe it's good. 15.
Gonna run out
total.
of fuel eventually.
Right.
15?
6.
Yeah.
Okay, Tyreem, you suffer a level of exhaustion.
How do I track that on this
So
thing?
you should, if I set up your character
Is
sheets
there?
right, which I didn't.
No, you didn't.
No,
Hold on.
not you.
There's a lovely tracker they added in recently, which will
It
tell
is
you all the
nice.
lovely effects.
I wish we had it. On our
I'll go ahead and
character
I'll
sheets.
throw it on everyone's character sheets here, real quick.
Man, these are some unfortunate situations you guys are in.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it really
I'm
is. How's
struggling.
their China down there?
Dude, these are some really nice plates. I wish I ate. Like, I wish I needed food so I could use these.
You could use them as frisbees.
I could. Start
Hey.
throwing them down at Davos. Can you use these?
I'm just trying to
I mean, deep down inside, I'm like, I wonder if I could destroy that water. Nah.
Meanwhile, the suit of armor in the common room finally enters and sees you just hanging place and goes, "Greetings, Master Hieronymus. I am told that you required my aid."
Yeah. I'm not sure how to put this, but these are some really nice plates.
You have an excellent taste for plates, Master Hieronymus.
I'm not going to lie to you, other metal man. I don't remember how to turn off the bars.
That is
Seems you-
strange, Master Hieronymus. You designed them yourself? This is another test, isn't it? I will not spill the secrets. You can trust me, Master Hieronymus. I will take it to my grave.
Can you hold still for a second and not move?
As you will it, Master Hieronymus.
Can I just search him?
Sure. Give me an investigation check.
Yay, 19 plus 0.
Looking at, there's nothing, unlike you, there, underneath the armor, as you can like look through the gaps, there's nothing in there. It's just this floating suit of plate mail that has like all these rusted hinges and is just in terrible condition. There's no items in them, there's no engravings, it just seems like an animate suit of armor.
You are not like me. Okay, good to know.
No, Master Hieronymus.
What are you here for?
I'm to serve you, Master Hieronymus.
Serve me in what?
However you require. Should you require me to fetch something, or to entertain guests, to clean up? I appear to be slacking in that duty. Are those bodies?
Yes, you definitely are lacking in that, and we will have to talk about that later. If I were to ask you to fetch the gentlemen inside of those bars so I may interrogate them, could you do that?
Sure, as long as you can speak the command word and remove the bars, Master Hieronymus.
Yes, the command word. I had completely forgotten that's how I set that up.
That and, of course, your elaborate, masterful puzzles, Master Hieronymus.
The puzzles had to do with water, right?
One of them involved drowning, yes.
Indeed. Considering I can't drown, I'd see why.
Yeah, you don't seem to be doing very well down there, Master Hieronymus.
No, I can see progress is not being made very well. Hey Davos, apparently there's a command word to open up the bars. See if you can find something down there that might help you with that.
Yeah, there's nothing, which
You're
might
doing
be a little
great.
concerning.
And, I'll
And if
lean
I
over.
dare say, Master Hieronymus, I think it's getting a little hot upstairs.
It's getting a little warm. Why did I have these built again?
Why, to stop wayward thieves, of course, Master Hieronymus, or any guests that wandered off where they're not meant to be.
But those are the only two places I can remember going in here, unless there's another place.
Oh, there's plenty more rooms upstairs, Master Hieronymus.
Bafir, are you back yet?
I don't know. Could I be? I mean,
That's a. I mean,
Sorta
you said
like
you were
walk-
going up to get a drink. So
Yeah,
were
are
you
you
just
just
returning
head
to the
back
tower?
to
This
Are
is
you- are you
Forge is
skipping
not a
back
very
to-
good talker, alright?
yeah, fine. I'd be going back in anyway. But I'd just be like,
Greetings,
"Look,
Master Hieronymus.
did you not do what I told you to do?
I'm sorry, Master Hieronymus, you haven't opened up the bars.
turns out there's a command word to open up the bars that we apparently have forgotten.
You said you'd take care of it so I could get my drink.
I had assumed you would open up the bars, Master Arms. I apologize for my confusion.
Huh.
I look at
All
the
right.
bars. Open! Anything happen?
Magically, no.
Oh. Open sesame?
Upon saying that, Davos, as you're swimming down, you're struggling against the water as it continues pouring, and there's actually almost like the water pushing up against you as it strikes the bottom and like moves back up out of the vessel.
Mm-hmm.
You see sitting at the bottom this gilded scepter.
Gilded scepter. I will grab that.
Okay.
Why? You
It
should
is
just leave it.
fairly heavy, as you can tell. It is like the rest of the items, made from stone, but just like with the gilding of like silver around parts of it. So being a small creature, I'm going to make you an athletics check to see how quickly you can get up from this. It's about 20 feet down that you've had to swim.
It's good old -1 to this roll, boys.
Oh no.
That's an 11.
What's your constitution modifier?
Constitution modifier is a 2.
Okay, you swim down. Only takes you a few seconds. As you grab the scepter, you have to kick with all your strength and try and like lift up with your other arm. And it's strenuous, and it takes you a good while. Not at threat of drowning, but you realize by the time you reach the surface, your feet don't touch the ground anymore. Like it would be over top of your head if you were standing.
I yell up.
And
Hey, Ford, you still there? Or did you leave me?
I'm still here.
Okay, there's a lot of water here. I think there's a puzzle. Okay.
do you require anything, Master Hieronymus?
Who is that?
The metal man
It's
is back.
Samuel.
Hey, could you open these doors? I'm your boss.
I wish I could, sir, but I don't know the command word.
Okay, how do I open... What's the command word?
I don't know, Master Hieronymus.
How do I solve the puzzle down here?
I don't know, Master Hieronymus.
You're
I only know
useless.
that let's do the statues.
All right, so I have a scepter, a longsword, a spear, and you said some sort of multicolored like shell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and sorry, read the second phrase to me that you did before.
The king shall bear...
No arms.
Or no. Yeah, the king
shall bear
arms.
no arms. The knight
knight-
holds no office. The peasant hefts no blade.
Okay, let's give the scepter to the king.
Does each figure have, arms?
Yeah.
Cut off the arms.
I know, I was thinking about that, but I don't. What am I gonna do with my daggers, right?
All right. As the
Chisel.
scepter slides in, and I believe you had the knight has the sword and the peasant has the spear.
Yeah.
As
yeah.
it slides in, all three of them simultaneously raise their items, and the water just starts quickly rescinding back down to the floor. And you see all the bars
Puzzle
go
master.
open back up.
I yell up, "Hey, Forge! I'm smart as fuck."
Come and get out, Master Hieronymus.
I'm proud of you, little guy.
So I have this multicolored shell, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
I'm gonna tuck that
Is there
in my
anything
bag.
else is there anything else down there?
The water completely subsides, right? I'm assuming I'm soaked.
It basically goes back down to the basin. So there's still that like 20-foot deep reservoir of
Right.
water, and the fountain is still pouring, but magically it seems, despite it's like full to the brim, it doesn't go over anymore.
You said there was multiple cells, right?
There's 4, yeah.
All right, can I go search the other cells? If I have to pick some locks, I will.
Sure, we'll say, give me an investigation check.
Sure.
I'll go over to the other ones. Guys,
15.
it's a puzzle.
15, okay. As you start looking around, we'll take our break.
Okay.
Oh.
I did it, guys. I solved the puzzle.
Excellent.
I'm so proud of you.
I nearly drowned, but I got there. All right, guys, don't go anywhere. I'm going to try to hit the right buttons in the right order and make sure that we go to break properly. And we'll be back here shortly for, hopefully, I didn't drown. Hopefully some of the people don't burn alive.
Hopefully we don't drown upstairs either.
Yeah,
Hopefully don't drown upstairs, yeah. We'll be back, guys.
Let me tell you boys a tale while we're rotting here in jail about some folks from out of town you'll learn to fear. They come answering a call, and some are short and some are tall, and I think they call themselves the Dungeoneers. If you've got supernatural problems, by the gods, if they can't solve them, then I guess you'll have to solve them by yourself. 'Cause they've seen creatures, they got features that'll chill you to the core. They've explored 1,000 dungeons, will they live to see one more? The Dungeoneers. They've got flagons, they've got dragons, they could fill 100 wagons with your gold before you'd ever know they're here. They've got lizards, they got wizards, they've got strange indoor blizzards, seem unlikely, well not for the Dungeoneers. If you've got supernatural problems, by the gods if they can't solve them, I guess you'll have to solve them by yourself. For they've seen everything a bard could sing about along the way, and if they leave Connor here to die, they'll live to loot another day. The Dungeoneers. If you've got supernatural problems, I bet you'll never solve them without the one and only Dungeoneers. Whoa, the Dungeoneers. Whoa. Let me tell you boys a tale while we're rotting here in jail about some folks from out of town you'll learn to fear. They come answering a call, and some are short and some are tall, and I think they call themselves the Dungeoneers. If you've got supernatural problems, by the gods if they can't solve them, then I guess you'll have to solve them by yourself. 'Cause they've seen creatures, they got features that'll chill you to the core. They've explored 1,000 dungeons, will they live to see one more? The Dungeoneers. They've got flagons, they've got dragons, they could fill 100 wagons with your gold before you'd ever know they're here. They've got lizards, they got wizards, they've got strange indoor blizzards, seem unlikely, well not for the Dungeoneers. If you've got supernatural problems, by the gods if they can't solve them, I guess you'll have to solve them by yourself. For they've seen everything a bard could sing about along the way, and if they leave Connor here to die, they'll live to loot another day. The Dungeoneers. If you've got supernatural problems, I bet you'll never solve them without the one and only Dungeoneers. Whoa, the Dungeoneers. Whoa. Let me tell you boys a tale while we're rotting here in jail about some folks from out of town you'll learn to fear. They come answering a call, and some are short and some are tall, and I think they call themselves the Dungeoneers. If you've got supernatural problems, by the gods, if they can't solve them, then I guess you'll have to solve them by yourself. 'Cause they've seen creatures, they got features that'll chill you to the core. They've explored 1,000 dungeons, will they live to see one more? The Dungeoneers. They've got flagons, they've got dragons, they could fill 100 wagons with your gold before you'd ever know they're here.
And we're back.
Aha.
Are we?
Think? I don't know. I
hope.
mean, I'm hitting the buttons, and I think things are happening,
Alright.
but I mean, I'm sure stream
So-
will me if I fucked it up.
Davos, you have successfully solved the basement puzzle.
Yes.
Cutting back to the study, as the heat is getting excruciatingly hot to the point where, Tyrene, you're sweating to the point of, like, you're having trouble breathing as the air is almost burning your lungs and heating up just your core temperature to beyond safe levels. Reed, you're just barely keeping yourself from exerting too far, but so far it would appear that your puzzle remains unsolved.
I want to take
Alright.
another look around the room. See if there's anything we might have missed, like, I don't know, more books perhaps. Or anything else interesting.
Give me just another investigation check.
18.
18. So looking around, you see, aside from the engravings and then the phrase above the hearth, it's a fairly unassuming room. But you do notice there's a rug before the couch that is a little tattered, but has so far been out of the elements and is in a nice enough condition you think would be worth something if sold. But aside from that, there's no other books, there's no scraps necessarily. Just the phrase, to truly learn is to grasp what you do not. And those 3 spots.
What's your guys' puzzle about?
Books.
Fire.
Heat. Fire. Books.
Learning.
These are great descriptions of a puzzle.
Yeah. Okay, here's the hint. It says, to truly learn is to grasp what you do not. Oh,
Okay.
hold on. I've solved it. I'm currently not grasping my arm, but now I'm grasping my arm. Anything.
That works.
I think you got us out of here.
Have you guys... Well, I don't know what you guys have to use to solve it, but it sounds like you have to put stuff where it doesn't belong. Because if you have to grasp something you don't understand, that means you don't know it yet.
Okay, alright. We'll go off of what you're thinking.
Trust me, I don't know a lot of things.
Funny as ever, Master Hieronymus.
What happens if I take the first aid book and replace it with the, what's the first one? The skull. If I put the first aid book where the skull is.
It snaps into place. Nothing seems to happen.
Right.
So either we're just as wrong, or...
Don't admit it. Just don't admit it.
You're on a roll. Keep going.
Yeah, if I put the... Okay, Can I remove the... Man, I can't remember the name of these books. There's 6 of them, right?
8.
Now there
now
is.
sort of 7.
Oh, there was 8 total whole books. Now there's... Okay,
You only gave me 7
If
titles.
I take... Yeah, I thought there was only 7.
That could be bad at
you
math.
broke the 7th one to 6. That's what I thought. But
There's like a
I mean,
whole
maybe...
book he forgot to tell us about.
Yeah,
The
what do
actual
we know?
key-
We're
no,
not...
I'm just bad at math. It's 7.
Yeah, the actual answer.
The actual key to the puzzle. No.
All right. If I try to remove the air book, wait, where was the air one at? The air one
think
was
they all got
at
launched.
the star.
launched,
Oh, they all got
so-
launched. Oh,
Like, I
okay.
got it
yeah.
wrong.
Oh, I
Right.
didn't realize that.
Yeah, air was on the star, right?
Then I'll try to put the air one on the raindrops.
Okay. As it snaps into place, the phrase flashes, and the fire. I need you both to make Constitution saving throw.
Oh God. Oh jeez.
Not good.
18 total.
18.
Oh,
You're
no.
fine. However,
Seven.
Terrence, there was another level of exhaustion.
Those get pretty bad after 3, buddy.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm used to the heat. I used to live in the desert.
Oh, so you're fine then, huh? Just like pouring sweat.
At this point, you're having almost difficulty hearing because this flame is just roaring loud, almost like not quite like a jet, but that kind of.
Okay.
intensity.
What do you think about... I'm yelling. What do you think about this one that looks like underground with the star? That's kind of like the opposite, like the first
That makes
aid.
a lot
and
of sense.
All right, opposite attract books.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try that one. See what happens
The darkness below and more.
with the star. Yeah,
All right, it snaps into place. There's no other effect.
and we all catch on fire. Everybody. Okay. Do the books launch at this point?
There's still one more
No.
space.
Oh, there's still one.
Take out the one that was incorrect. The one that got hotter.
Yeah, can I remove that one?
So you already, I assume you already swapped that one out, right? When you
Oh.
shifted them. So the one you've left, I believe, is the water
the farmers
on the
and
couch.
then
It would be...
The fire book, the farmer's book, and then air for airheads.
For the water?
So the ones you have left is roasting for beginners, first time first aid, fantastical farming, common for commoners, plane of air for airheads, and hold on, no, wait.
We used first time first aid.
Yeah.
Yes,
we
use first time first aid on the
one.
skull, and then blacksmithing, make art, not blades. You've used so
Right.
far the darkness below and first time first aid.
Do you think maybe this broken one on the water? Because it's like
It's either,
fiery?
It's either that one or the blacksmithing one, right?
If it's broken, I can
I
fix
don't know
it
anything
really
about
quick.
blacksmithing.
Well, we'll take a chance. Put the broken one on there first.
Yeah,
I
I'm
can
fine.
handle it.
All right. I'll go ahead and try to piece together the broken one again and like hold it together as I set it on the...
All right. As you
The-
put like
the
each chunk, it like
rain.
snaps into place, and they kind of like forms together and the phrase flashes blue this time, and the fire just instantly goes to nothing.
Oh.
And the room just cools down within moments. You kind of just take in a few deep breaths.
Was I right?
Yep. Good job.
Yeah.
You watch as the rest of you can see at the stairs, the bar just recedes back, opening up the way. Well done, Master Hieronymus. I knew you didn't forget.
I might step out the door, like kind of like tugging on my armor, sweating profuse. That wasn't really that hard. Security's kind of weak here.
Yes. Tell us how any other defenses we have set up might hinder us in the future.
There should be not much else but the summoning room up above.
The
Summoning room.
Would it be unlocked now that we've solved the puzzles?
Indeed, sir. Of course, you could have just used your command word, but I know you enjoy testing your magic to ensure it's still in place.
Yeah.
summoning room. What's the last
Indeed,
thing?
Master Hieronymus.
I know I've summoned so many things here before. What's the last thing that I summoned? I don't remember.
If I recall, Master Hieronymus, you were excited about summoning a creature from somewhere new. Somewhere distant. Outside the elemental planes. I don't remember where.
Was it Beastly?
Was it what, sorry? Master Hieronymus? I did not hear you.
Beastly!
I don't remember. Have we summoned it already?
I think so.
Strange, I don't seem to remember, Master Hieronymus. I apologize, I appear to be... faulty.
Why don't you go
Hopefully
check
not,
upstairs?
As you wish, Master Hieronymus.
Once he leaves, I'm just gonna kind of look around and be like, so, I'm actually thinking that whoever that master is hasn't been here in quite a while, and somebody else has been using that summoning circle.
I'm gonna nudge Forge. What do you mean? We're here.
The door opens up at the second level, and he just starts walking up another set of stairs to the upper level.
I'm just gonna wait at the threshold and wait for Davos to come up.
Hey, Forge. Think he'd swear an oath.
You're talking about the metal man?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like he might already have an oath. You could try.
Get him to renew his oath. To me.
I don't see why not.
Good. You should bring it up to him, not me.
I feel like that's a horrible idea, but as you wish.
Yes, fantastic.
Well, I'm getting bored of standing here, and we are on a tight schedule. I'm gonna start going up the stairs.
Yeah, indeed. Let's go up top.
I'm sure Davos is fine down there looting.
You don't know I'm looting. You didn't come down to the basement.
I told you to check around down there.
Oh, right. With your investigation, looking around, you see not else of note, aside from, like, bones, but you get an idea of some of the creatures here. There is, like, a large rib cage of some sort of, what may have once been a beast of some kind. Like, you get the sense from, like, bits of leather and scales, some sort of, like, reptilian thing, like a four-legged creature. You see in another cage there is patches of fur from another beast that has like this weird mix between like hair and like a feather. It's like, if you can imagine like a plume that instead of being this like very fine soft like feather, it is like fur coming off of it. And then in the other cage, the last one, there is just like rocks, but not like the stonework here. These more like earthy, like dirt encrusted chunks of stone.
If I kind of filter through those chunks of stone, do I find anything noted, or is it just useless rock?
What was your investigation check?
I don't remember. And I was
I think
taking
it was
with
something
my die,
high.
so it's gone.
It was like 8.
I rolled all the way.
17.
There isn't anything super valuable. You see like dustings of something shiny as you kind of use your light with the dagger. It's like almost like dusted by powdered gems, as if like something had like crushed them and powderized them.
Okay. Nothing else though?
Nope.
Alright, I'll rejoin the rest of the group.
Alright. You get up just as they're, talking about going further upstairs. You see, like, Tyree and Reed just, like, drenched in sweat, their hair, like, matted down.
What happened to you guys?
It was
Davos
so hot.
is just dripping wet.
I had literally the opposite. I'm actually a bit nipply, but hey, there was like cages down there, like things were kept there, like different creatures. I think.
Creatures.
Yeah, and I think one might eat stone. Something was like turning rocks into like bits.
You mean like a pickaxe?
No, I'm telling you, there's cages down there. Like, creatures were inside for sure. I just find bones and whatnot, so whatever was that... I'm starting to wonder if that... this beast that you all mentioned, or at least that Forge was talking about, I think it might literally be as we expected. Like, I think these creatures were down in these cages and were, like, fused together somehow with some weird shit.
Yeah. There's apparently a summoning room.
Oh.
Upstairs. So
Are we sure we want to go through with this? We could just bail. I mean, this place it's trying to drown me.
Forge is already walking up.
Looks like it. Okay, he's learned nothing. That's great.
I'm
Hey,
right
Metal
behind
Man. Actually, you know
Tyree.
what? It's his turn to get stuck in a room by himself and solve a puzzle. Carry on.
Are you following Pafir?
Yeah, I'll give a little bit of room though.
Okay. Leaving just Reed and Davos in the common room?
I'm gonna turn
just
around to
hang back.
Pafir. Like, come on, little elf.
I audibly grunt when he says that.
Yeah, that's right. Let's go.
Alright, 3 of you go upstairs, and the stairs wrap around to another room, which, or at least a hallway open up. As it comes around, there's a long opening that goes to the other side of the tower that has just a wooden door set up and a little sign that just says privy. And then there are 2 doors on your right, a door on your left, like a double door on your left, and then another set of stairs that goes even further up. Didn't catch that.
Check
Pafir's-
the privy.
I want to, as soon as I walk, like, see all the doors, I kind of want to, like, grab my amulet again and just think about the hinges and locks and try to open all 3 doors at once.
All 4 doors open.
And don't see anything immediately inside?
You can look down the hallway and see nothing because you don't have dark vision.
Oh, yeah. I forgot, I'm a robot. I don't get eyes.
I still have my dagger, but I'm not in the room.
But Tyree and Pafir, thankfully, do have excellent dark vision.
Dude, does
Yeah,
any
like,
cages
so-
lock him in the other room?
No?
I go up, like, not in, like, all the way up to the next room, but, like, outside where I think the cages would be, and I start knocking on the wall trying to, like, trigger the trap.
I just...
Yeah, with the butt of my bright dagger, like, this isn't fair! This isn't fair!
Pafir, you can see with your dark... Actually, Tyree as well. At the end, through the door, you see there is, like, a hole, like a bench with a hole, a toilet. And,
Right.
like, a bath and whatnot in there. It's a bathroom.
All right.
I can't see anything, guys.
Quite unusual for both of those to be in the same room.
I guess they liked having conversations while one's on the toilet, the other's taking a bath, and then they swap. Kind of weird. But, that's up to them, I guess.
Can I go up there and help him? It sounds like he's struggling up there.
I don't know. I mean,
I feel like if we were going to trigger like another puzzle room, it would have triggered by now. I've been banging on the wall for the past 5 minutes and nothing happening, so I go up the stairs and illuminate the area with my dagger.
I was kind of like, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, the metal man already came up this way. We sent him up here first. So if there was any traps, I imagine he probably would have set them off.
Isn't he like...
He didn't know the command word.
So...
Or the answers to the puzzles.
Does anybody find it a bit weird? Right. Apparently, whoever this master is... What did you say his name was?
Hippopotamus?
Hippopotamus. That's a great name. I think we're going to go with that. So, we're going to call this... It's pretty fair. I've read books and stories. This is a wizard. The wizard Hippopotamus. Okay? He's smart enough to make all these traps. He's got rooms filling with water magically. He's got rooms incinerating people. But he's not smart enough to make his metal companion recognize him over other people. I think this might be like a trap we're walking into. Like, he might know that we're actually coming.
I feel like if it was a trap and Melman was supposed to stop us, he wouldn't have been able to just be sent away like he was. I think he would have wanted to stay here and watch us.
Well,
either
Perfio...
that or he just would have let you drown and let us burn alive.
Perfio, when you found him, was he actually leaving? Was he obeying that command?
I mean, he did everything I told him to do.
It just doesn't seem right.
It doesn't. He's a little broken, but we'll just let him go up and set off all the traps before we get over there.
Unless he is not as stupid as he is seeming he is. What if he's actually the master and he's just fucking with us this whole time?
Well, I can tell you that he's created out of magic. I took a look inside of him, so it's most likely a spell holding him together.
Or it's literally him. Or this wizard hippopotamus guy's like looking through his eyes and shit.
Possible, but I don't think we really have a way to know.
Maybe we should actually travel together, in case something happens and not one of us is like stuck by themselves and like being drowned and stuff. I think that's like the best way to go about it.
That's probably a good idea. You guys can drown after all.
I don't like you.
That's unfortunate. I'm starting to like you, little man.
Well, I got the light for us that are blind, so follow me, I suppose.
Alright, I'll stay close, just in case.
Alright, so you have the 2 doors on the right, the 1 large door on the left, and then the stairs that just go further up. Where are you going?
Do you want to clear this room by room?
Might as well. Why don't you open that door? I'll
All
stand
doors are
back, and I just won't go in quite yet.
I opened all the doors when I got up here.
Oh.
So we could just look into the rooms as we go by.
Alright.
Alright, you see 2 identical rooms dominate the entire right side of this level. These seem like guest rooms with just like these double beds set up in this like identical pattern. This nice bed set up with their own tables next to them. There's a folding screen for changing. There's a bedpan, a small basin for washing in each room. Your basic sort of living situations for anyone that would be staying here temporarily. And then on the left side is a grand bed chamber with like a 4-post like king's bed that has like all this like embroidered like veil. It has its own like small like bathroom set up in one corner. Set off there's another like larger folding screen with like basically like a walk-in closet almost, with all these different garments of like robes and silk shirts and nice things.
I stop for a second. I have an idea. Let's go into this room and see if the hippopotamus wizard has anything he doesn't need anymore. You guys can go check this other room. There's like more beds in there, but I call dibs on this one. I step in the grand bedroom. Wait. I look around. check for like the fucking traps and shit to see if I'm about to step into some
I would
shit.
love to get more bars.
I look for like the side of the walls, checking for like barred protrusions and arcane sigils and shit.
Investigation check.
Okay, that's an 8 total. I go in the room.
Right. As soon as you enter a room, the floor underneath you glows blue.
All right.
Pauses for a moment. What do you do?
Oh boy.
Can I grab him?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
I'm
step
gonna
back.
Step to grab him.
Okay,
See
give
if
me
I
a
can move.
dexterity saving throw.
I'm good at those.
Was I close enough to like assist him and like trying to grab him out?
It's more on him than anything. So this is the thing that we did for the one-off I did for Sobering Tale. The new system I like doing for puzzles, the click mechanic. Should a puzzle be activated, I will say something or just say click, and it'll be up to you without knowing what is going on to determine what you're, what you do, whether you're holding your breath, whether you're ducking for the ground, and based on that, I will change what the saving throw is.
Yeah.
I
So
remember
I
that
ducked
going
back
really
out of the
badly
room.
for
I
our
rolled a
gnome.
12 plus 4, so 16.
16. Okay. From basically, if you imagine like the 4-post bed with the curtains drawn open, from that stone wall, a red glyph shows up, and a fireball just flies by, and you just duck. You step back, and as you give it that extra room to like maneuver, you just move on the other side of the wall and just splatters against the wall and just dissipates to nothing.
Intentional. See that? I fell in the trap. Give it a
Good
thumbs
work
up.
in there.
And I get down and I do a crawl stance. Try to scuttle along to see if I can like duck
Right,
under where that firebolt would.
It lights up again, and you notice there's like a second of pause, and then another fireball just hits the wall again.
Okay.
At this point now, you can tell there's like a scorch mark from like where this has happened before on the wall on the other side.
So can I like? Is this? It's the same trajectory of this firebolt. Okay.
Yep,
So yeah, I'm gonna
being
get
on
low.
the ground, you're completely
Yeah,
fine.
and
as
I'm
you're able
ducking
to
under
get
it.
past it.
Okay. So I
And
get
you're
past
now
it.
in the room.
So what do I see?
So directly ahead of you is the grand 4-post bed. To the right is this like walk-in closet with like folding. I literally said this like a minute ago, like a folding curtain, and then to the left is another door that has been just thrown open, which appears to be like a private bathroom.
I'll just go search the closet if there's anything interesting in there.
Sure. Give me just an investigation check.
6.
Yeah, seems like a bathroom.
I said the closet
Oh,
looks
the
like
closet.
a bathroom.
I mean, yeah.
It almost looks like a bathroom until
Huh.
you realize this isn't the bathroom. There's all these fine robes and like silk shirts and pants and all this very nice clothing that's kind of dusty, like moths have dug into and like made holes in a bunch of them. But it looks like very elegant, expensive clothing. The only thing you find is one intact robe that has a sigil on its sort of like left breast.
Poke it with one of my daggers, see if it does anything.
Goes through the cloth.
What's an illusion?
No, I mean like as in you stab into
Oh.
the cloth with the dagger.
I wasn't like poking, like I wasn't like going for a stab. I'm just like lightly poking it.
Okay, just press.
Just wanted to see if it was gonna trigger a trap.
It bleeds.
I'll take the robe.
All right, you take the about human-sized robe.
I'll glance underneath the bed.
Looking in the bed, you see there's a small box underneath.
Oh, okay. I'll go grab that.
There's a locked chest.
I just look over to the group, see that they're staring at me, mentally think "fuck," and then I'll pick the lock in view of everybody.
Thieves' Guild's check.
Natural 20. My first one, boys. On useless lock.
Woohoo!
All right, inside the box, which as you unlock it, thanks to your stupidly high roll, what's your total with a natural
28.
20? Okay, you beat the DC 25 arcane lock. As you finish picking it, this arcane sigil around it just flashes, and then just opens up. You see there is a small red vial,
Mm-hmm.
a minor healing potion, easy enough to identify.
Okay.
A spell scroll that you can't really identify, being not a spellcaster,
Mm-hmm.
and a pouch, coin purse.
Okay. Can I count? Go through the coins real quick.
Quick little count appears to be about 25 silver pieces.
Okay. I'll grab all that stuff out and scuttle my way underneath the fire trap, return to the group. Right, so I found some stuff. I don't think he needs these anymore. I'm gonna hold on to this. Keep the red potion. Hold this little the spell scroll up. Reed, you good with magic?
I'm
No.
amazing with magic. Give it to
I'm
me.
not.
Admit that you're a gnome.
I'm an elf.
Admit you're a gnome, and I'll give you the scroll.
No.
Reed, do you want it?
I don't
I
know
might
what
be
to do
able
with
to
that.
read it.
Here, I'm a gnome.
I want him to admit he's a gnome.
I am a proud elf of a noble line.
I have some studies in at least magic. I've learned to read sigils. Might be able to see what it is.
All right, here's what we're
Davos.
gonna do. I found some coins in this pouch. I'm gonna split them up, but before we do that, you guys are gonna call it. All right, heads or tails. The winner gets the scroll.
I just kind of look over. I mean, I guess technically I'm going to be under your oath, so I guess you choose.
I flip the coin, catch it.
Heads.
Tails?
Yeah.
I look really angrily as I got tails. Hand it to Peffier.
Open it up.
You see, it's this like leather tube that uncorks, and this like dusty scroll pops out. Is a scroll of Ray of Enfeeblement.
Then I just throw the cloak in the middle of the party and just say, "Also found that. Doesn't really fit me, but it's got some magical thingy on it."
Does it fit me?
No, it's like smaller human size, but some of you recognize. On the front is the symbol of the conclave.
I give everybody 5 silver. I split up the coins evenly. We all get 5 silver pieces. We rich, boys.
Hey, we rich.
Where is
Already
this?
spent so much money?
It's on
Sorry,
the left breast of the.
Oh, the robe. It's an interesting symbol. Does anyone know what it's from?
I don't know if I do.
Ace me.
I don't think so.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Well, yeah, it's. I might know something about the conclave.
But the one.
The what?
This that symbol is part of the conclave.
Is it a gnome
Some-
thing?
It's a fellow elf thing, and this one guy who kind of like he's the guy who teleported me, right, Bryce?
Yep.
Yeah. He's the same order of this guy that teleported me here, getting me kind of stuck. Kind of what dicks then. Hate these guys.
You would teleport here?
Yeah, I didn't just waltz down over here
From the Shadowlands?
from my family estate. I went to their college for a little bit, and then they said, you graduated, congratulations, now get the hell out, and teleported me here.
From how far away?
I don't know, I wasn't asking questions like that. I was too busy in my studies.
Your studies where?
With the conclave.
What's the conclave?
Just a bunch of really, really smart wizards that needed my experience. Great college courses, How long was I there?
So is it like really well known?
No, it's really not.
Oh. Well, how come none of you guys had heard of it? Is it that?
I lived in a cave.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm not really far traveled, if I'm being honest. I've only really been a few places.
What about you, Reed?
I've been all over this. I mean, at least nearby, but I've never heard of anything. No. The Conclave? What were you doing? What were you learning about?
Everything. They taught me like
Everything.
so much magic.
Show us. All of it.
Like,
Do all of your magic right now.
sure.
Waste all your spell slots.
Yes.
Just throw them all over the place like fireworks.
Color spray. Woo, it's not prepared. Can't do it.
So do you
I'm sure
think
it
this
looked really cool.
hippopotamus guy was... Do you recognize a hippopotamus in your conclave?
No, I don't recognize that name. So, I mean, it's just connected to the conclave. That's all I can really figure out from this.
Well, did they wear something that looked like this, or just the symbol is something?
Did we have similar symbols on our school
Yeah, that's
uniform?
just their
Doesn't
like
look like a-
heraldry, right? It's just their. That is what all of their uniforms have.
Okay, so it's not
Yeah.
necessarily like a specific uniform, but rather that's just.
Which
something.
I should mention for those of you who haven't seen. It's basically an open palm with a eye on the front, with a like a scroll behind the hand.
When I was looting the grand bedroom, did anybody loot the guest bedroom?
Nope.
I could go and do all of the
Yeah.
looting.
Go,
I feel
go
like we
for
should
it. You're doing a great job.
Yeah.
You get
Go
the
ahead.
one room, I'll get the other room.
Watch out for those firebolts.
All right, I'll go right, you go left.
Yeah.
All right.
Davos, I'll come with you. I want to see how you work.
Oh,
I'll
fair
go in
enough.
with Reed.
Show you how the master works. Crack my knuckles. Hurts a little bit, and I shake it off. All right, I investigate the door, and I go super dramatic with my investigation. I'm like stroking my non-existent beard and like looking over the door and like tapping certain angles with the dagger, like being super over dramatic now that I have an audience.
Give me an investigation check.
11.
Seems fine.
It's a tricky door, so you have to be careful. You have to know your doors, right? Doors
Didn't
are
I
the
open
number
that one?
one bane in any adventure reporting's like thing, right? So you gotta take a look at the door. Clearly, this door is not trapped, but now we gotta check the lock. Is it locked?
All the
Do we
doors are
open?
thrown open.
I was gonna say, is this the one that's open?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said it was closed.
They're all open.
I know, I opened
all the doors with
doors.
thermometers you open, so you're like looking at the doors. It's open, just like looking over its lock.
Okay, clearly it's not trapped, so I can enter the room, right?
You know, I just want to, real quick, while I see him like he's trying to explain all this to Tyreen, I want to close the door.
Just slammed shut.
Okay, this door might be a little bit trapped. I might have just like maybe overlooked one little detail. It happens all the time, right? I'm small. The door's pretty tall. I just open the door back up carefully. I could push it open, but I don't actually step inside.
All right, just
It actually pulls open into the hallway very
Yeah.
inconveniently.
All right, I do action roll inside the room.
roll inside, look around. Seems fine.
Okay, what's in the room?
I see there's a double bed to one side, a bedside table, its own folding screen for changing with its own like bathtub behind it. No actual like clothing or anything. Doesn't look like anyone was staying here at the time.
Okay, I'll just do the same thing before. I'll look under the bed. I'll check the bedside table, look for any drawers. Just give a picking through the room.
All right. Moving through, then I'll say
Excuse me.
through both the guest rooms are identical. You find in one of them, in the bedside table, there is a pack about yay big, like a satchel full of medical supplies. It is a healer's kit.
We don't need a cleric anymore, boys.
Yeah. See ya. Does it look like this has been lived in at all? In any of the rooms?
Give me just a investigation check. Very investigative today.
Yeah. That was a 6.
Who found the healer's kit?
15 plus 1.
You would have, because you
17.
were looking around. And 10, you said?
17.
17. Okay, you can definitely tell the master bedroom was much more obviously lived in. It wasn't so neat, but the guest rooms look like they haven't been touched in some time. Like they were made and like are all tucked in and clean, aside from all the, the dust from time. But it doesn't look like anyone was currently staying here whenever something happened.
Gotta check on the mattress.
You just like, there's nothing underneath the mattresses.
Damn. Alright. There's nothing in here. Clear. The room's clear.
I come back out and say, "You see, Mr. Tyreen, this is why you search." I tell them. Healer's kit, it may seem like nothing, but in a pinch. Now, I'm not really good with these things, so maybe we give it to, like, Forge or something. I don't think Reed needs it. I've seen him do, like, some miracle shit in, like, a dog once. It was really, really cool. But, maybe you want it? Are you good like Patch? You look like more of a person that will cause wounds, not really fix them up, though, do you?
I mean...
I wasn't talking to you, Forge. I was talking to Tyreen here. He looks like really... Here, you want to hear this kit? And I just give it to Forge and walk away.
Just take it. Probably a good idea.
Right. Should we proceed up? Nothing else down here.
Hold on, are you sure there's nothing else in that room?
I didn't see anything. There's no reason for you to double check my work. You should be super confident in my abilities.
Did you look inside the bed?
I looked under the bed.
Let me take my hammer and smash the bed in half.
The springs just creak and the like feathers go everywhere. The bedpost just smashes.
That was unnecessary. Why would you do that?
Look what's inside.
Feathers.
And
You like-
springs.
Okay. Am I supposed to be impressed?
Where else have you found springs in the wild?
This isn't...
Can I just walk in there and then cast mending and fix the bed?
It's a little beyond just like,
I was gonna say, how messed up did he break this thing?
it's like the mattress is like just dented. 'Cause you're not gonna split a mattress with a hammer, but the actual like bed frame is like snapped in half and like is like the pieces are shifted away from one another.
I can't fix this.
Too late. Let's go up then. There's nothing else down here. Gotta go find out what the summoning room is. I'm sure we're in for a fight. By the way, if we get in a fight and it's like a really scary monster, I'm not going in first. So, big guys, you,
To be honest,
right
I'm
in
probably
there.
not going in if there's a big scary monster up there, period.
Yeah, I was kind of hitting that. I was just gonna not do the same. So, anyways, follow me.
As he leads the way.
I'm gonna walk
Stairs-
behind him with my hand on his shoulder.
Kind of difficult because of your like the height, so you have to like reach down a bit.
Well, if we're going upstairs, I'd
Oh
be
yeah, I
elevated
guess
up.
fair enough. If he's on stairs, it's a more comfortable.
I'll be right behind him as well, so he's got nowhere to turn around to.
Follows up in the rears.
Must be in
Excellent,
the
all
middle
right.
somewhere.
You continue up the.
Have we heard any
stairs.
traps go off since this ghostly
Been-
set of armor went up there? No traps.
Pretty
no
silent.
explosions. All right.
No,
No Wilhelm screams.
not yet.
Okay.
As you go up to the next level, another 20 feet up, the stairs continues up even further, but you see immediately to your right, like there's no, it's just this 5 foot, and then up to the stairs is this solid iron double door to your right.
That's the only door, just the one to the right. Now there's an interesting door. Looks a bit more heavy duty. Think it's trapped?
You tell me.
Well, the metal man should probably walk through there.
Well, let's not get too noisy. There might be stuff on the other side. Let me just try to get this door open, and then the metal man, go for it. This room's yours. You get to go in first in this one, but let me get this door open. I'm gonna check it.
Alright.
18 investigation.
It does not seem trapped. It is definitely locked, and you can tell by this faint glow. It is also magically locked.
Magically locked. Okay.
Are you gonna try to lockpick it?
Well, hold on a second. So I don't think it's trapped unless this like magical thingy here is a trap. But like, I don't know if my lock pick. I mean, I can try, but there's a very good chance that it's not going to work. Or there's a good chance I might get hurt, so I'm not really good for that. So.
I mean, I have that healer's kit. If you get hurt, we'll patch you back up.
Are you actually good with those? I just kind of gave it to you because I didn't want to hold on to it.
I mean, I fixed metal. I think I can fix people.
I'm not. No, it doesn't work.
Maybe just give the medical. I've done with a lot of bandages.
Oh, fine.
Pretty
Here
good
you
with the
go.
needle. Thanks.
Anyways, I still think you should give it a try. If you don't see there's any traps, it could just be another sigil making it harder to open.
I point my little light dagger at Forge and waggle it, and it's like I'm like looking up to him, so it's this little annoying scene, and I say, "If anything happens to me, if I get hurt, it's on you."
It's all right. Here, I'll help you. I want to lean over his shoulder while he's like getting ready to do it, and I just want to like look at the lock, and I want to cast guidance on him.
Okay, yeah. Let me get guidance to my 7.
Oh. Well.
Oh, it is a 4. It does come up to an 11.
All right.
You're finding no progress. It's like every time a tumbler gets put up, it just gets immediately pressed back down.
It sucks beyond me.
As you're doing this, it's almost like the lock is changing as you're doing. Like the magic is altering its mechanism.
I've never seen anything like this before. Definitely magic. Definitely stupid. It's beyond me. If this was a real lock, just so we're clear, no problem. But this hippopotamus guy is a dick.
Yeah. All right. You're not trying to impress anyone. Don't worry about it.
Can I attempt to force the door open?
How are you doing so?
I step away. I
With
go down the
force.
stairs a little bit.
I'm not gonna take my hammer to it just yet. I'm just gonna put my like shoulder up against it and my hand on the handle, and I want to try to like force it in.
Give me an athletics check.
18 plus 7. 25.
25. Okay, as you're like forcing, you kind of have to put your entire weight, and you just the first time it bends inward. You have to do it another time as it's like opens up a gap, and then finally on the third you fall through and land prone in this open room, just sort of dust billowing all around into this wide open room that just is like the entire level of this tower is this one room. This wide section scattered with barrels, boxes, and chests that some of them are in various like sort of damaged states. And then shelves along the walls in different levels provide additional storage for other items, though it appears to be mostly dust.
That lock wasn't that great. I mean, didn't stop the door from being open.
You broke the door, not the lock. Don't try to be a dick. Alright, you got it. Good job. That
You
room's
actually
yours.
see the lock is still like attached to the other side of the door, just was ripped off.
Perfect.
I just cross my arms and I don't search the room.
I just gotta stand up and dust myself off. There's nothing that stands out immediately in here.
Well, there's barrels, boxes, a couple of chests, right? There is things in here, but though it looks like it's been thrown about and ransacked.
So it looks looted, basically. I mean,
At a glance.
I have no interest in this, so I'm just
Sure
gonna
you
start.
don't want to do a once-over, Davos?
I'm gonna walk through. Hey, wait, is that chest still locked?
Look,
Probably not.
I tried to be fair. I tried to give you an equal opportunity to get your own glimpse of the loot. So anyone else, I'm just trying to be fair here. We are a group, after all.
Better stick to
Seem to
what
be-
we're good at.
You just want me to trigger
Yeah.
all the traps, don't you?
Yeah.
How about this? I'll stand wherever you want me to go, and if I trigger something, you won't have to.
And if you need me to break any bends, come on.
Yeah, he's your guy. He's your
Yeah,
guy.
there's
for-
some boxes in here. We could just have. I mean, we've already made a bunch of noise. Why don't you just go to town and break like all the boxes? I'll check the chests, right? They're probably trapped, but like the
What if we
boxes
just
are
open the
probably just
boxes?
like super mundane and just full of like maybe something or maybe not. But if you just like broke them all, we would know for sure.
I'm gonna head over and start moving towards the boxes.
Maybe don't break them all. Maybe just open them.
You step inside. Seems fine.
I'll try to open one of them.
Alright, these chests, they're smaller boxes more than anything. They're not like proper full-size chests. To the point they don't even have locks. You just open one of them. The first one's empty. Just this, slightly rotted, dusty box. You go through another couple. Spending a few minutes, it's pretty simple. You find a few things. One of which, as you're kind of looking around, I think, Pafir, you notice on the ground a slight glint that the light catches your very sensitive eyes. There's a dagger. And attached to that dagger is a hand grasping it that about cuts off at here.
So there's a hand holding a dagger right over here.
I just turn around. I have my light dagger. I'm like, "Is this mine? It's fine."
No, like not attached to the arm, just a hand holding a dagger.
I'll grab it, holding up the hand that's holding the dagger. This one.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah, be careful with that.
Oh,
It's obviously sharp. He lost his hand.
Right. You want it?
Sure.
Throw it at him.
All right, just pick it up. It's anything of note with this hand holding a dagger?
Give me an investigation check.
can I try to tell if it was either cut off or like broken off or?
Medicine check.
Okay.
That is a 24.
Can I guidance
And
both of them? 'Cause why
12.
not?
That really sucks.
You can do one of them.
Okay, I'll guidance read.
Oh,
since-
thanks.
So you can add a d4.
Basically, I'm gonna come up and be like, I haven't seen anything beast-like do this.
Yeah, it is definitely okay. That's only a 15 now.
You can tell it was cut off, not by anything sharp. In fact, judging by its position near the door, you think that the door slammed shut
Oh.
and just... with your investigation, Pafir, you can tell whose ever hand this was is long since passed, as the flesh has turned a little pale. The blood is completely coagulated. It's like began like the early stages of decay. It's like rigor mortis around the dagger. You do tell though that there is a slight sheen to the blade. As you kind of look it over, you can tell this is a silvered dagger.
It's actually kind of a valuable dagger here. It's been silver treated to give it a little bit of an extra bite fighting certain things, and yeah, I'd say this hand was severed probably about, I don't know, like 4 or 5 days ago.
Possible
it's a good
somebody
thing
from the town tried to come in and deal with the problem on his own.
With a silver dagger, though?
Well, I mean,
I don't think you just bring a silver dagger somewhere without knowing what it's going to be used for.
You know,
Well, maybe-
I think I'm starting to have like maybe some second guesses about this whole mission. This is just too much. This is really gross. Like a lot gross. Like I'm about to throw up.
Can I like attempt to pry the like? Did you already take the dagger out of his hand, Pafir?
No way.
I'm gonna attempt to open up the hand and take the dagger out.
Okay, easily enough done. You just like have to pry each finger.
I'm just like, yeah, this is good silver. Could probably reuse this or turn this into something else if we needed to.
was it mentioned if other people had been sent out to try to?
We never asked. I snuck out of town and snuck back, and we left.
Well, but from
I think Delcy briefly mentioned that this has been happening for a while and no one's really made an effort to stop it.
Okay. Well, from what I can tell, the owner or past owner of this hand got it cut off the door when the door slammed on it. So he definitely wasn't expecting it. So somebody who doesn't know what's going on in this place came here. And this is what might be left of them unless we find the rest of them. There's more stairs that go up, right?
Yep.
Maybe
At this
some of
point,
them-
Tyrum, you've opened up basically everything. In one of the barrels, you find there is some non-perishable goods like dried foods, stale bread, about 3 days worth of rations that is salvageable. As well as you find a bunch of herbs that are contained in bottles that have been stoppered. We have about 3 collections of one like reds and orange berries mixed with these like wide leaves, and then 2 collections of these like deep black berries.
All right, I'll take the rations. The herbs. Reed.
Yeah. I'll kind of take a step into the room.
You know anything about these?
I'll take a look at them.
All right, give me a nature check.
Probably not. 9 total, no.
With guidance?
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh,
say.
do I still have it? Okay.
Well, no, I
You can do
I-
it for free whenever.
It's a
basically.
cantrip. So basically, every time something comes up, I'm kind of just
I'll
like,
cast it on myself.
yeah, I'm just kind of playing with it on my like amulet and just kind
10.
of like thinking. So you got, oh nice.
10 total then.
They're green.
Are you
No.
proficient with alchemists or herbalist supplies?
I am proficient with nothing.
You have no idea.
No, I thought I saw some around, but I'm not sure what they really do.
I mean, I can eat one, see if it's poisonous.
No. Fear.
Yeah.
You know anything about these plants?
I mean, a little bit. I had some passive studies in herbology, but I'm not proficient. Actually, I am kind of, but I don't have the kit required for it.
What are you proficient in?
I have herbalism kit. I just
Then
don't
you can
have
go
an
ahead
actual
and give
kit.
me a intelligence check with proficiency.
Ooh. You know, all that I just said that I was just being modest, of course. 23.
You know that this is 3 components of minor healing potions and 2 components for basic poison.
Yeah, gonna make some healing potions and some poison potions with this stuff. We're getting there at least.
I was right. One was poison.
All right. These are yours now. Have fun.
Don't eat the poison one.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm gonna go ahead and just turn and start walking towards the stairs.
Okay. Begin heading up. Is the rest of the party following?
Yeah, let's get up there.
Yeah.
I think
All right.
Davos is like hanging like back though, over to throw.
Be a real shame if something locked you in there alone.
I'm still following. I'm just like I'm no longer leading the pack now. I'm in the back.
The last set of stairs winds up, and instead of going to another sort of separating path, it just leads up and curves to the side to a double wooden door that was intricately engraved that is now unreadable as it's been just clawed and torn asunder. It opens up into this wide spanning room, this sort of this large library with these just hundreds of books all throughout the room. And directly ahead of you, you can see in this dark chamber, there's no light aside from your own sources. At the center, there is just a slight glow that you can tell from a circle. This sort of wide ring of arcane runes that is not pulsating, but just has a faint hum to it. And it is barely like 10 feet of this dim light, and you can see through your dagger. You're at the top of the towers. You can see the roof actually goes up to that onion bell point. And as you kind of glance around, immediately you recognize, caught in this large web that is like draped around a pillar supporting the roof, you see that suit of armor, Samwell, just like caught up, and he goes, greetings, master. I'm sorry, but I seem to have failed in my duties. I believe that maybe something got loose.
I would say so. Did you see what is in here?
I did indeed.
Where is it now?
I'm not sure. It moved. Around the time I could hear you.
Oh shit.
I'm
just
kind of
gonna-
stuck, Master Heronius.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're like up in the air.
He's like a few feet up.
Okay. Shit, that's touch.
Well, I mean, it's obviously another spider. Or has wait? Does this net look
It's
familiar?
part spider, part wolf,
Was it the
part-
same? Do
like,
I recognize the
bird?
net?
part horse.
I was gonna start stealthing down the stairs. Away from
I'm guessing. I'm guessing.
He
I
backs up
recognize
to
it.
the door, like the doorway, and is just standing there, just outside the doorway, just looking inside, just eyeing inside.
20 feet down the stairway.
I'm just
Stealthing
gonna.
my way down.
You're down back at the other level then, because it's only 20 feet up.
I'm gonna look back and be
Creeping
like,
down.
this creature that did this is definitely the one that tried capturing me with the net earlier. So the one we're looking for is here, hiding apparently.
Yep. I do wish I could be more of assistance, Master Hieronymus, but he kind of like struggles against the web. Sticky situation and all.
I'm gonna make one of my minor illusions, just sort of start walking through the room, see if I can get someone to take the bait.
Okay.
I can make an ominous effect. Can I make it sound like the thing is making footsteps as I see it? Like wondering what kind of steps they make. Thaumaturgy?
As you go to think so, I believe you have your school now, don't you, Pafir?
Uh-huh.
So I think with your enhanced minor illusion, as it's moving, it already has the sound of like footsteps, like it is emitting sound.
Oh, that's great, because apparently I can't do that. I can just make godlike sounds or ominous sounds.
You can make
What
it
is
godlike
the
if you want.
Apparently I can make ominous whispers, ravens, or thunder.
What is the
As-
range
as
of minor
examples.
illusion?
Really far?
30 feet.
Okay. You watch. I'm gonna make this. Yeah, you know what? Give me a spell attack, basically. Actually, no, we'll keep this simple because I'm sure there's gonna be something that's gonna come up in the future to avoid like a lot of rolling. We'll call this basically a spell save versus your DC. So, what is your spell save DC?
It's 14.
Okay. You watch as it gets about 30 feet and it gets towards this circle. A large web just and goes through the illusion, and then there's this awful like growl, chittering sound mixed together and shifting somewhere to the left. Let's go ahead and
Fire
roll
my
some
longbow.
initiative.
No!
Woo!
Okay.
Quick, somebody throw Davos in.
I'm leaving. You guys can fight this
Yeah.
on your own. See ya.
Nope,
Sorry.
fuck that.
It's alright, you got the hammer bros in the front line.
This tower is much bigger than I imagined it.
Yeah, me too.
How did the village not know about this goddamn tower?
Keep in
What
mind, when
nice,
you saw it, I said it was like 100-something feet tall.
Yeah, I
That's
just figured it was
100 feet
skinnier.
wide. It's a big cube. It's a big cube.
A circular cube. It's a.
How did all these squares make a
cylinder with
circle?
a- it's
All
a-
these squares make a circle.
It's a cube. It's all one cube. Oh, I have to.
Ooh, that's
I have to
a
like
really good roll.
make the stream see the thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's that thing.
Stand by, you guys.
I beat you, Pafir. Suck my dick.
Ah.
You're gonna have to add me to the tracker because I can't see.
You're not even in the
Same.
room. You don't get it. You don't
Still
get
roll initiative. I'm assuming.
Nah, you're running.
Yeah, do roll initiative.
Initiative
I'll
to
add
run
you
away.
manually. What did Tyrene get?
What? Okay, who changed me to say? Apparently, Tyrene
6.
rolled for me.
What did you get, Forge?
I had 22.
And Pafir, you got 21.
Yep.
All right. Davos and Reed,
I got a 16.
16,
14.
15.
14.
14, okay.
I wish it was a 15. Yeah, it's a 15.
And thankfully, due to your minor illusion, as things begin, you are not surprised. However, Forge, you are first to go with no sight of this beast.
Do I make a bad decision? I feel like I need to make a bad decision.
Oh, so we can hear it but not see it. Yeah.
You can tell it's somewhere to your left, up in this direction.
And Metal Boy is like right here, right?
Yep, you can see him right there.
I mean, he's not gonna be much help, but I am gonna walk forward. Right about there and take a look around.
Okay. With your lack of dark vision, you don't see anything sort of outside of... You actually don't see anything now that Davos has left. So I think you can tell like blindly where you're going, but the only thing you can see right now is that circle in the center of the room.
I need to get my eyes. Freaking. God, never mind.
You hear the...
Need to get eyes.
Is everything okay up there?
Can't see anything. Fighting a monster.
Wait, should we just, like, leave and not fight the monster?
It's the one we said we'd kill. For the
Damn
payment.
it.
We just wanted to save the carpenter.
He's probably in here somewhere if he's still alive.
He's still alive. He's still alive.
Maybe.
So, question, DM. If I cast
Answer.
Searing Smite on my weapon, would that give me a radius of dim light?
Does it say it does?
I don't think so.
Then it
I
illuminates
think-
you.
I think Searing Smite does, doesn't it? One of the smites do.
No, this one doesn't.
One of
This
them
one-
does.
It makes it when I hit something, it catches on fire. It just makes my weapon white hot.
You know what? Actually, I will look that up. Let's take a quick break before we get to the last little tiny bit, because we started late. Just little tiny bit of this session.
Are you going to shrink the map down because you realize it's just a big cube and you need to make the tower smaller?
No, it's totally fine.
Damn it.
Open up bell shape. I told you, it gets wider.
All right, guys, don't go anywhere. One more time. We'll take a little break. Be back here shortly and kill a monster. All right, we're back.
Okay, so
La-dee-da.
What's he do?
we have discovered, for some odd reason, Searing Smite, despite being fire-based, does not cause illumination. Not entirely sure what sense that makes, because it literally says it ignites in white-hot flames.
I mean, you're the DM. You could just say it sheds a little bit of light.
So I'm going to say
Yeah.
it's probably something akin to at least a torch, so the area around you is visible. So you'd see at least like 5 feet around you, which would include Samuel.
It's a good thing I'm not doing that. Instead, I'm just pulling a torch out of my pouch and lighting it.
Even better. Okay. As you draw the torch and use the kindling, make sure I'm on the right layer. Use your kindling to light it. You see just at the edge of your vision. Actually, I think you just catch a... Yeah, you catch a glimpse of something over there between these bookcases.
Alright, in that case, I want to just throw the torch, like, over... Wrong button. Like, over in that area on the square here.
Okay.
Like, around that area, so that way I'm still within the light of it, but it's kind of lighting up more of the center of the room. Without throwing it onto the ruins in the center.
Just summon something else.
Yeah, throw a fire thing on there and summon a fucking flame elemental. Be my luck.
Okay. I believe... But you should be able to see that.
Yeah.
Alright, swap you back down. Alright, with that, you can fully see this large creature, about like the height of yourself, like just pushing the borders of a medium creature. This white wolf head, these clawed hands, these sort of like bird-like feathers, hooves, and like horse-like legs with a spider carapace, and then like in between different sections, these blue and purple crystals all poking through, just like hiding behind the between the bookcases, and like chittering and hissing, this like webbing like covered around its wolf mouth, as you have discovered the beast.
Hey.
It's good to see you again. I'll just shout out behind me. He's behind the bookcases on the left side.
Ah.
That's about all I can do.
Okay. At the end of your turn, it is going to take a book and chuck it in your direction.
That doesn't do any damage, I'm sure.
For a 10 to hit, so it just like flies right past you and like hits the webbing and just gets stuck. Bring it to Pafir.
Why do people like throwing things at me?
Okay. I'm gonna do the best action I possibly can for all you blind people. I'll take a couple steps forward, look at that torch, and use control flames.
Oh no, please don't.
To double the radius of its light illumination.
Oh, I was gonna say, don't set the entire library on fire, please.
Burn everything.
The entire like handle and everything of the torch just is engulfed into one large flame as this even brighter light just emits, and this the beast actually like covers its eyes in response to that. Good turn, good turn. Is that an action?
That's all right. I'm gonna take cover behind this bookcase.
Right.
Excellent. Davos, you don't really hear a whole lot. Just like some slight commotion starting to happen upstairs.
Well, they had that conversation. They told me they're fighting the monster, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll just yell up. Well, do I? Yeah, I'll yell up and say, "Hey, Reed, are you okay?"
I mean, I'm just up the stairs from you, so...
I don't see you, though. I'm down 20 feet, so I'm yelling up to you.
I'm not even in the room.
He went back with
yeah.
you.
Yeah, he's down next to you.
Oh,
I'm not
he's
next
with
to
me.
it.
Oh.
I'm not. I'm just like 5 feet outside of this chamber.
Okay then. All right.
Yeah.
So I still don't think because it's a winding staircase, right? So I wouldn't. I wouldn't see him if I'm 20 feet down. So yeah, I'm still calling up to you.
For now, where are you leaving?
Are we fighting this thing or are we running?
I don't know. I mean, we came here to fight it.
That was next moment. Does a couple of breaths in and out. And I go back up the stairs.
All right, so it's 20 feet to get up, and then like another 5 feet to get in the room.
I can just go up to stand next to Reed and look into the room.
All right.
Comes up. I'll just say,
You're blinded by the light.
yeah. I'll stick by you
It says,
for what it's worth.
Davos will say, all right, let's do this. And I'll pull up my bow, knock an arrow, and ready in action for if the thing comes into range, I'll loose an arrow.
All right, good.
Actually, I'll loose an arrow if it becomes within 5 feet of somebody.
Noted. At the end of Davos' turn, the beast is going to take another book and just chuck it at Forge.
Stop throwing books at me.
Even worse, it just hits a bookcase and like a couple of books go scattering, and you actually see a chunk of the wood of the bookcase actually chips off, and the book splatters into a bunch of pages. With an impressive bit of force, springs to Reed, just 5 feet outside the room.
I'm just gonna kind of peek my head inside and hope you guys are as strong as you think you are with those hammers. And I'm gonna go ahead and cast Bless on 5, 10. I guess I'll cast Bless on Tyreme and Forge and Davos as well. Up to 3, right? 3 creatures, yeah.
I don't know, let me pull up mine.
Yeah, that's 3.
You can all add a d4 to your attack rolls and saving throws.
Noted, okay. So as you hold up your symbol to the air, there's this like slight autumn breeze that is a nice refrain from the otherwise stagnant air in the top of this tower, and the three of you feel a little emboldened.
It was Tyreme, Forge, and me.
Yeah.
I will use this golden or this brass die. Plus die.
Alright, you still have 25 feet of movement if you want to move it all, Reed.
I will just go ahead and move up to like this kind of corner and just hang out there.
Okay.
My glaive ready to chop.
Noted. All right. At the end of your turn, the beast is going to take another attempt to check the book. This time, it's going to try Pafir, who has cover. So that's an 11.
I dodge.
All right. Just the book. You see the book coming, and it flies like past Forge. You just and it hits the pillar above you and just shatters or like torn apart by the force. On the creature's turn.
Imagine if you would have died to a book.
The irony there.
Not get that
would've been
back.
hilarious.
Okay. You watch as from a standing position, its horse legs crouch, and it just springs forward 20 feet from standing still over the flame right in front of you, and then takes this deep breath, and you watch as frost begins to form around the mouth of this wolf head, and Forge, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, or sorry, a Dex save rather, not Constitution.
Oh, I was gonna say yay con, but wait, I'm proficient in Dex. All right, well that's
plus a D4.
So that's a solid 12 plus 5, so 12 plus 9, 21 total.
Okay, you succeed, and instead of 14, take 7 points of cold damage as this just gale of cold air and frost just flies out from this thing's mouth and just surrounds the area. Samuel, being tied up as he is, doesn't do so well, and you watch as like half of his side just gets caught in frost and goes, Master Aronimus, I'm not feeling so well, sir. The creature is then going to shift 10 feet between those two bookcases and sort of like take cover there. Brings to Tyrene.
So I imagine I'm still under the effects of exhaustion, guessing that's until I rest.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's wait, number 2 is attack rolls, isn't it?
No. I have disadvantage on ability checks and my speed is halved.
Oh. 3 is attack rolls, and then 4 is you just stop moving.
Yeah,
You just
so
can't move.
I didn't realize you had 2. I thought you only had 1. Shit.
move and
Yeah, Reed was fucking him up in there.
I'll do another move here. I think that's it.
Let's do the dash to get there.
All right.
That sucks.
So your armor like weighing down on you, and that exhaustion still from that just overly heated room. You just start charging forward with as best you can, readying yourself, taking pretty much all of your exertion this round. At the end of your turn, it's going to take this opportunity. It is going to take this claw and just trying to rake across your form. God, I can't fucking roll for this thing. 11. Just takes a chunk out of the bookcase and just books go flying throughout the floor. Forge.
I wasn't expecting it to be this messed up, but we don't exactly have any massive healing. So I'm just gonna move over here and flank it.
Okay.
Block him in.
And I'm gonna take a big old swing at it with my big old hammer, and I'm going to start concentrating on my hammer and thinking thoughts about the good old Forge, and it's gonna start to burn white hot.
But you have
Okay.
to say Hammer Bros as you swing.
For the Hammer Bros!
It's part of the
As
deal.
you
gotta say it.
imagine the heat of the forge, your hammer glows. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Okay. 12 plus 7, 19.
You have advantage because flanking.
Oh, wait, I thought that was just... Oh, no, right.
Are you rolling
I've been on the
before?
fence about it. I'm probably gonna shift it over, but
Well,
since
I'm
I
happy you
haven't
did, because it's a
notified-
20.
Hey, there you go.
Fucking course it is. Okay.
Yay! I love advantage.
Yay,
I need to just play
advantage.
barbarians. I should
Let
just
it be known,
always play.
starting from session 3, it's gonna be just +2. I'm changing the goddamn rule. I'm not
But
gonna because I haven't notified the players beforehand. So for this is the last
Saturday
session,
did
you
it
get to
first.
enjoy this.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So
This
I
is
wanna-
Saturday.
I do agree that BB's way of doing that is actually pretty good. We use it in another game. So
Okay,
how
so
much
go ahead
is
and roll.
All your dice.
2d6
dice
for
roll
the
twice.
fire? An additional, so 66 plus 5.
66.
Ooh. Level 266.
Wait, how do you have 66? What did I miss?
2d6 for a maul.
'cause you
1d6
crit,
for
though.
the fire.
The brand
Oh
is-
no, those are all really good.
Damn.
6,
One shot, the boss.
12, 18, 23, 4, so 27, 31? 31, plus 5, so 36 total, and he has to make a con save or be set on fire.
Oh.
Christ.
Okay, I'm gonna start using a different dice because it's been fucking garbage the entire goddamn time.
Oh wait, no, it's
okay.
actually, it's just set on fire, and at the end of its turn, it must make a con save or take
Oh.
damage.
Goody.
So it's
So,
on
this,
fire.
as you raise this maul and you think of the forge, it immediately bursts in this bright white flame and it thunders down onto this thing's back. You notice, Time, it locks eyes with you and it shifts to dodge without even looking at Forge, but is too slow as he cracks it right in the back. So part of what I'm doing with crits is instead of, basically, I'm treating them as cold shots. So as you crit, you tell me where you hit it, and that will give some additional effect.
Well, I've fought this thing before, right?
You encountered
I've
it. You
seen this one before, but I recognize the crystals, right? I'd be
Mhm.
going for one of the crystals, like probably the one that's on its like chest or shoulder.
Okay, so as it cracks around the like the shoulder toward the back at one of the seams, there's a shattering sound and this howl and hiss, this mix of like animal sounds all garbled together as it takes a massive blow and then its fur just on its head just like catches fire in this white flame and it howls in pain. As a reaction, it just immediately hops 20 feet with such speed that you have no like immediate time to react towards its movement.
Good, it probably would have died.
I just remember when it got within 5 feet, would my ready of action gone off? Would I be able to see
You
it?
wouldn't have sight of it because
Fair enough.
you're here. So
Wanted
yeah,
to
that
check.
bookcase would have been blocking you.
No worries.
What about when it came over here? Or no, it was over here.
It wasn't
wasn't-
within
yeah,
5
it
feet
was-
of somebody.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
The, oh,
Just
you
what
were
I-
waiting for that.
I got
Yeah,
breath
gotcha.
attacked, and I was angry, so I went for revenge.
Yeah.
Okay. At the end of Forge's turn, it's going to swap dice. It's going to grab. Actually, yeah, that's all it can do. It is going to grab another book and throw it at Tyrene. Okay, that's going to be a 17.
My armor class is 17.
Just barely hits. So the rock attack, in this case, book, hits for 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'll allow it.
Just strikes across your exhausted form and staggers you for a moment, locking these hateful eyes on you, looking pretty messed up but standing. Pafir.
He's not dead yet.
All right. I would like to
Rage?
move rage. Yes. Move a little bit, and then I'm going to ready an action, and it's going to be to when I'm readying catapult, and when he tries to throw a book at somebody, I want to throw the book at him instead.
Nice. Nice.
Okay, I like it. Sure.
Yeah.
Noted. at the end of your turn, he's gonna use his last legendary reaction to throw a book. Go ahead and huh. I feel like there needs to be some roll here because
I feel like it'd be an intelligence battle.
Give me just like a spell attack, basically.
Oh, that's gonna be a 22.
Okay. It succeeded on its dex save, but I think it's still half damage. As I assume it succeeded, I imagine a 17's a success for you at level 2.
Yeah.
Alright. So, I think, is it half or is it all or none for catapult?
Let me get it back up. Hang on.
It's all or none.
Okay, so it doesn't strike the creatures, it ducks between the bookcase, but just explodes and rips a hole into the bookcase, completely negating its attack.
There we go.
So not complete waste. You stop someone from getting hit.
That's the goal.
Alright, Davos, you hear a lot of movement and shattering completely out of view further inside the room.
I'm gonna move into the room. I'll get.
Alright, that's 5 feet.
I will get. That's 5 feet right there. Halflings are about 25 feet of movement.
Should have been a gnome.
That's right.
I will go. Gnomes are still 15 feet too. I will go right here and just use my bonus action to hide.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check.
I've also got my arrow knocked, and will same thing. My bonus action hide. Ready to action to attack if it gets within 5 feet of somebody again. My stealth roll is 11 plus. What's my? I think it's pretty. I have expertise. Yeah, 8, so 19.
19? Noted, okay. Reed, your turn.
I'm going to... How far? I think this is like super far range. It's 60 feet. All right. I'm going to once again just kind of grab this necklace or this pendant around my neck, and I'll just kind of slam my glaive on the ground to have the sound ring out of the, I'm assuming, metal tip hitting the stone, and cast Toll the Dead.
Okay.
So it's 1d12.
Go and roll damage.
I don't even have a d12. Shit. I mean, not
just 2d6 then, right? That's how.
Yeah, 2d6 will be fine.
I think the roll 20 or d20 looks the closest
Here
to
we
it.
go.
Well, just roll d20 for damage.
I mean, yeah.
I'm kind of new to this whole thing. 2
points of damage. It takes all of it. There's this echoing, and you notice after it had been struck by that hammer, there was this its body seemed to shift and become almost like it was reacting to that damage. As soon as this it takes this necrotic damage, its body completely shifts again, and you see, still looking the same, but it's almost as if you can imagine like how a wolf or something with hair would stand up or whatever. It's it's shifting like that. It's moving in these different patterns, reacting to the different kinds of damage it's taking. It has no resistance or anything to that damage though, so it takes all of it. Is looking injured.
That means it's not resistant to the fire damage it's gonna take soon.
I'm just gonna
on its turn.
I'm just gonna move up to
Oh.
Here, so I can just kind of be peeking around the corners, have a little bit of cover.
Okay. On its turn, it does not get any of its abilities back, thankfully. It is, however, going to jump forward again. This just with this surprising agility, mid-air.
Trigger my red action.
And as soon as it gets within 5 feet mid-air, you just loose the arrow. Go ahead and roll with advantage because you are stealth.
Nice.
And don't forget you're blessed.
Am I blessed, which only gave me a 1.
Yeah.
But
You're welcome.
That's another 11. And plus 6, so 17, 18 with the blast.
That's a hit. Go ahead and roll with sneak attack.
Hell yeah. Good thing I had advantage, because that was a 3 on the other die. Sneak attack is 26. And the short bow. It's pretty good. That's 10 plus 4. 14 points of damage.
Okay, you notice as this arrow strikes, it hits mid-air and it sort of clenches up and lands with like a skid in front of Tyreen. And you watch as it seems to be almost like felled for a moment, or at least like mortally injured, bloodied. But as it does, it starts shifting, and you watch as that black chitinous, like spider-like body begins to shift and melt, and more of these blue and purple crystals become jutting out, and it almost seems to like dissolve and absorb that part of itself and regain its composure, seemingly a little healed.
Sounds fucked up.
It's then going to continue with its action. It's going to snap to, and with its wolf head, attempt to bite Tyreen.
I feel like this is bullying the exhausted player.
Yeah.
It's a 24 to hit.
Barely. His AC is actually 30.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
actually-
yeah.
Zeph is
I'd
actually
believe it if it
watching
was
over him.
Forge.
I cast anti-DM bullshittery on him, and it was success.
Oh, I switched dice.
Can I just take the metal man apart and use his armor anyways?
It's a be a decision after the fight. I need Tyreen to make a strength saving throw.
With the blessed die.
What's a D4?
Even with a 22, you are not knocked prone. 25 especially. You do, however, take a sizable amount of damage. 14 to be exact, nearly maximum.
Wow.
As it just rips this chunk out of you and spits it, and gives this this wolf howl to the roof.
Ow.
It's not going to move now. It doesn't seem to have that same agility to ignore your attacks of opportunity, so it's going to stay there. Tyreen.
Well, roll.
Oh, right. So it takes the damage anyways, right? One way
Well,
or
he has to
another.
make a con save or take 1d6, and if he succeeds in the con save, I
Okay.
think it turns off the
Constitution
fire.
saving throw.
So
He
it's-
takes a little bit more fire damage. Go ahead and roll a d6. He is still very much on fire.
it's a 5.
5 points of damage. Okay, that actually fucks him up a fair bit.
Would you say that's magic fire?
Probably.
No.
Can I hit this thing with a hammer now?
You can certainly try.
Do it.
I'm not gonna try. I'm going to hit it with a hammer, right?
You gotta say Hammer Rose though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hammer Bros
I'm a pros.
plus a D4. Hold on.
I don't think.
Yeah.
Well.
As it's like looking around, it looks in the opposite direction. As you bring the hammer, it just shifts to the side, completely ignoring you, and it just into the ground next to it.
Was that a miss or? Nah.
Do I get to roll damage on the ground at least?
If you want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like I want to do some damage. Wait, this is plus a D4.
Something's gotta hurt.
So not D4 on damage. So
Oh,
it's
no?
still
This is
just
a
8
roll.
points to
Okay.
the floor.
So
you do
8
have
points to the floor.
some new second level fighter stuff, though.
That's true.
Do I?
You are
Yeah.
a fighter who can do fighter things. Level 2, you unlocked Action Surge.
Oh, I didn't see that. Thank you.
How
Yeah,
about that second win too?
You do also have that?
True.
You have these fighter things.
True. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Wait, are those? I think you copied the same info on each of these.
Did I double post?
Yeah.
Oh, that is strange.
Is Action Surge supposed to be, another action?
Yeah, it's another action and a bonus action or something like that. So
It's once per short rest, you get an action surge, and it lets you take another action, and I think a possible bonus action, but I can look it up for you.
yeah.
Oh, so I get both another bonus action and...
I'll double check.
so-
Yep.
Right,
I think
so
you
can
sacrifice a bonus action to get another action.
Nope, you just get to do it.
So I can do second wind and then action surge.
Yep.
We're gonna do that. Yeah, we're gonna.
You do that fighter stuff. Go and roll 1d10 plus 2 for your second wind.
And roll good.
Is that good? That's
It doesn't give an
12?
extra
That's
bonus
good.
action, by the way. It does not. Only gives an extra action.
Okay, that's fine.
don't
Well,
think
it's
you have
on
another
top of
bonus
your
action
regular
to use.
action and a possible bonus action. So I would say, for instance, for dual wielders, you'd be able to get another offhand attack.
No, the wording is fuckeried, and I think in the new published in the book they changed it. The intended rule was the possible bonus action was like you have a possible bonus action, everybody has it. You get an extra action on top of that. So the ruling was trying to tell you that the new action doesn't count as your bonus action. You still get your bonus action, but they're not. It's not intended to give you another bonus action.
No,
Sure,
okay,
that's fine.
so you gain 12 health, bumping it to a nice solid 14.
Yeah, and then we'll burn the action surge to attack it again.
All right, go and make another attack.
Get him.
24 does hit. Eight points of damage. Okay. You watch this time. You break through the first half of its strength and crack into its crystal. And already exhausted, and unable to pull that same trick twice, it takes all the damage and is staggered for a moment. And it sort of falls to the ground. Its bowed horse legs bending. And it just snarls and gets a burst of energy, seeming to have regained some of its abilities.
Just die.
Okay, I don't suppose you're moving or anything?
Nope.
Okay. Bring us to... it's going to take its legendary action. It's going to, as it kind of comes back up from that bowed position, is going to bring a claw up at Tyrene. 14.
Good.
So, alright, Forge, you can continue.
Can I squeeze past him to be considered flanking?
You'd have to move around. There's not enough space, past this bookcase. So you'd have to get out of its range and then move back around the side.
Well, that's no fun.
Seems
fuck it.
dangerous.
I'll just attack him with my face.
You headbutt the beast.
Hammer to the mouth. 10 plus 7 plus a d4. Where's that? There it is. So 17, 20 total.
That hits. I think Searing Smite's one of the ones that's a one-time? Yep.
It's up in...
Pretty sure.
Wait, was it Bless? Up to 3 creatures whenever a target makes an attack
No,
roll?
Searing Smite, I meant.
Oh,
is
yeah,
the
Searing Smite is
one-time.
done. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to recast it if I want to use it again. It's going to be 10 plus 5. No, 10 plus 6? 10 plus 5. So 15 total.
Okay, you notice as you and Tyrene work together, the hammer strikes into the beast's chest and it goes up and its claws skid across his armor and just gouge out small divots. You go to strike it again and hit in that same spot, and it seems to almost buffet your hammer, and with that follow-up strike takes half as much as you would expect.
Okay.
Anything else?
Bonus action to kill it?
You can certainly not try. Pafir.
I am gonna move back a little bit because I feel a little exposed. It's there. That seems good. Then I shall get one of the books to fly off the bookcase and smack him in the face, hopefully.
All right, go and let's see. Dex save from him. Natural 7 plus that's an 8.
Oh.
Finish him.
Let's see.
Finish him with a book.
He's not doing that rough.
Crit him with a book.
You think you've gone to maybe about half?
Crit him
It's
with
about
a
half. 3d8. Ooh.
Somebody knock him prone so I get more advantage so I can crit again.
That will be 17 points of
Oh
damage.
shit. Okay. You notice as this book just flies off and strikes it on its head, it as well, it's as if after that first strike from Tyreme, its body's become resistant from the follow-up attacks. So it takes 8 points of damage. I think it's bludgeoning, right? For catapult, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, it is.
Alright, yeah, so it takes half.
Alright, that's me.
Okay. On initiative count 20, someone goes, "You're doing really well, Master. I'm very proud of you."
You
And then
stay in the
stabs his
background.
Wow.
Stay in the background.
I will move. I will put my bow away, grab my daggers, and move up to attack.
Alright.
I can get there. Yep, I'm just gonna. Davos grabs his daggers and he takes a couple more breaths, and he just rushes in and he's like, he's trying to hide back the facial expression of him being legitimately afraid, but he's going in anyway.
It looks to you and...
Ah! And I stab him. That is a really good 24 on the first one.
That'll do it.
With sneak attack, which is an extra d6. Ooh. That's 7 points of damage with sneak attack. That's gross.
Ooh. It takes
Wow.
it takes all the piercing damage. You watch as you break through this like barrier it had formed, this resistance against like bludgeoning, and as it takes this new damage type, its form shifts and seems to become defending against piercing attacks.
That's fine. I'm gonna go stab at my offhand. It's gonna suck, but whatever. Yeah, that's still pretty good. That's 21 to hit with the offhand.
That'll also do it.
1 point of damage.
It takes the minimum of 1 point of damage. It barely does.
That was a shit round for me. I will go ahead and disengage. Oh no, I used my bonus action to offhand. Never mind. I can't do that.
Yep. Okay. Let's see. It's gonna use a legendary reaction at this point at the end of your turn to try and claw you.
Fuck.
Better you than me.
13 doesn't hit, I assume.
No, it does not. AC 15.
Sadly. So brings to Reed.
I'm gonna keep my word, and I'm gonna move up to stay kind of near Davos. I'm gonna move up to here, and I should be able to give him a poke.
Oh, reach weapons.
Reach weapons.
Thank you for that plus, by the way.
Does 16 hit?
It does.
Ooh, good. Good. That is 9, 10, 11 slashing damage.
11 slashing. It takes all of it as it goes from this defense against piercing to its body forming to resist any further slashing.
And then I get to bonus action, flip it around and give him another jab with the backside of my glaive. Which is a nat 1, so I'm assuming
Does not
that
hit.
misses.
As you go to bat it, it's again seems to have this almost hyper sense around it. It actually goes out and grabs your weapon and just yanks you to the ground and pulls you prone. For its legendary reaction, it is going to riposte, actually. As that part of that miss, it uses its reaction, it moves closer to you, takes a stab down at you. For a 13.
Nope.
But as part of this riposte, now that you've missed it, it does have the chance to step back without activating any attacks of opportunity.
Well, shit.
Great.
Which then becomes its turn. it is going to bonus action. You watch as its legs, these horse legs, begin to melt and crystals poke out of them until it becomes this more just basic like humanoid form. The actual like skin of it being this like shadowy sort of like dark moving material with these blue and purple crystals jutting out from points. As it seems to regain a little bit of health from sacrificing one of its traits. Not much. And it is going to take a deep breath, and I need everyone there aside from Tyreen to make a dexterity saving throw, and Forge will have cover.
Fuck. Oh, with bless though, don't forget your bless.
With bless, which is good because I needed to double check, but I think prone is about a disadvantage on.
Don't you dare.
No, it's only attack rolls. Yeah. So you're fine. You roll normal.
You said dex?
You say dex? Oh.
Dexterity saving throw.
13 for me.
Ooh.
Yeah,
20
not very
total.
good.
Okay.
Not very good for a dexterous character. But my bless gave me a +3, so that helps.
Okay, all of you succeed and take half, which is 6 points of cold damage. It lets out this just torrent of frost again, covering the bookcases and most of you as you do the best to like hide behind the shelves or get underneath the worst of its blast. And telling you have this just lovely cold sensation after that heat just like cools you down as it just stops in front of you and just a nice relaxing moment. And then it is going to just move 30 feet. Reed, you can get an attack of opportunity at disadvantage if you so wish.
Absolutely. Why not? 2 on the die, so.
Nope. Bring us to Tyreen.
Does he burn?
Thank you for reminding me. The DM's bad at this. 17 plus...
Oh, yeah,
that's 21.
Yeah.
So finally the flame starts subsiding as it starts just like swatting away at what little could be caught on fire. Right. Being started, it's just fucked off on the other side of the room.
Move here for the first move, and we're gonna follow it.
There's just 7 more back there.
Yeah.
As soon as your turn ends, like basically as soon as you round the corner, it just chucks a book at you. For 15.
No.
Do you bring up your arm and it just smacks against your armor, bounding off, and just pages flying everywhere, and it...
Can I bat it back with the hammer?
Sure, you just like, boom, doesn't hit him, but it just like...
it.
Oh, like, it'll say, like, it can hit it without enough force to, like, do damage, but it just, like, basically shatters into this pile of papers in its direction, just, like, all around it. A few, like, piercing onto the crystals. Forge.
Let's see. Can I move? Nah, probably not. I'm actually gonna work my way around behind Tyreen. Oh god, I fucked my token. I can't touch it.
You could get to... Yeah, you tried going... You could get to there.
I'm gonna move, like, still try to keep the cover of the bookcase.
Okay, so you could easily get to...
Yeah, like...
around.
Right.
Probably closer to about there.
Yeah, because I'm basically gonna peek around the corner, and I'm gonna set the hammer down and then take a shot with the longbow.
Okay. You just, like, slam the hammer down into the stonework, draw out this large bow.
And thank God I still have Bless, because that was a freaking... That was a 17 total?
That does it.
Okay, cool. Now, a D8. I know this dice well. It's gonna take 7 plus 3, so 10 total piercing damage.
Okay, it is looking on death's door at this point. As the arrow strikes it, it pierces into its untransformed chest, and you can see this like purple blood starting to pour out from it, and it is looking not a lot of like slashing or like damaging, but just like the amount of pummeling it has taken. It's becoming sluggish, and it's losing cohesion over what transformed parts it does have. It's going to, as its last interaction, is going to throw a book back at you for 22. What's your armor class?
17.
So you'd have, I think it's +3. So even with cover, it would hit. Yeah. I think because that's +3 for partial.
Going
plus
down,
2 for partial.
+2. Okay, so yeah. For 5 points of damage.
Oh my god!
Short. The book just like clocks you in the head, and you're dazed for a moment, just trying to figure out where you are. Brings to Pafir.
I don't know where it went. You go kill it, and I'm gonna start I'm gonna firebolt the webbing, see if I can like break.
Sure, it just
Samwell. Samwell. I'm just trying to break him free.
Okay, no attack needed. Just as soon as it takes any fire damage, the web just burns, and Samuel kind of like hits the ground, looking a little roughed up. That breath it took, he looks like he's probably close to death. Just like, as you may wish, Master Hieronymus. Yeah.
Go get him.
Yeah.
Okay, on initiative count 20, he's going to move his 10 feet. And will dash an additional 10 feet.
Oh my god.
Christ almighty.
Brings to Davos.
We're just gonna wait until he can get in there and kill it, right?
All right, I'm gonna move.
Just gonna kite the monster.
After I firebolt him, I'll move my,
I see.
my 10 feet.
I saw Forge get hit with the book. I know it's over there somewhere, so I'm gonna run up past Forge. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 25 should get me right here. You said this thing looks like it's on death's door.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna twirl a dagger in my hand and just throw it at it.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Is it
I
the
think
one that
that's
has
20
light on
feet,
it?
so it's just at the... Yeah, I throw the light dagger at it because it's dope. Let's blast. Pretty good. Yeah, with bless, holy shit, that's 24 to hit.
That'll do it. Go
No
and
sneak
roll
attack,
damage.
though, unfortunately. So, just normal damage. Oops. That is 3 plus 4, 7. Yeah, 7 points of damage.
How do you kill it?
Hell yeah. I throw the light dagger, and it goes... Like, what form is it in right now? I know it's shifted like 14 times in the spell.
So, at this point now, I think as you kill it, it becomes... it just has these like long bird-like arms and claws, and then this like white wolf's head. One you would recognize, similar to that wolf you had saw previously. The rest of it is this like black and purple, like ashy material with these crystals jutting out of the rest of it.
The dagger just goes right in the wolf's throat.
All right, as it's howling in pain and glaring, just and the only source of light here actually. So he watches it just spins and then just disappears, and everything goes dark as it disappears into the neck of the wolf.
I say, did I kill it? I can't see.
The wolf's mouth opens and like light shines out just so you can like see that part illuminating as the fur recedes and it melts and it becomes this purely crystalline entity at this point. The rest of it taking full shape as it is this entire blue and purple crystal with no eyes, just this long back head and this giant mouth the size of a man's head, and just silently clutches, falls to his knees, and then just shatters into a million pieces, leaving your dagger illuminating the ground around it.
Right. I just cautiously go and retrieve my dagger and kind of look around the broken pieces.
You see there's like wisps of purple and black smoke like coming up from them as they seem to be like dissipating now that they've been destroyed. And just like that, as you kind of just like wipe off your dagger, you have killed the beast. And it is there. We will end tonight's session.
We did it!
Level 3!
Level 3!
level 3 now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love these new rules, Bryce. It's good to see.
Well, hold on. Actually, how many creatures was that? That was.
Yeah, that was small. It was like a spider.
That was like
that was
at least 14 creatures.
Yeah. So.
Which
think
we
we're
get
all
XP for each.
Right.
So
I think we're 20 now. So.
Nice.
We can
Max
go
level.
fight Dermot ourselves. Yeah.
Go do
let's
it. All right, so that's us done. I guess I gotta wrap it up because I'm running the cogs this time around. Thanks for watching, everybody. That was a lot of fun. We'll see what is in store with us next week, or not next week, in 2 weeks, because we have our bi-weekly game. We have Fate Destiny next Saturday. If you guys want to return here at this time slot, catch that extra planar, outer planar shenanigans going on there. And are we back on Tuesday? Are you back in time, or are you guys skipping that day again?
I get back Wednesday, so at best the 28th.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So, A Drink Matter will return at some point in the future after literally our cast stops getting so drunk.
Blame Bryce.
Blame Bryce. And hopefully, by the grace of gods, Bray will have his beard back. But probably not.
Bryce, pull over.
Come on, Pedro.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I don't think that's all I got, unless anybody else has anything else. Check out our Discord. Check out other things. There's links, I think. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, paper bag.